Vad har jag sagt? Jag pratar inte ens om dig, snälla.
Moreno går in i pit! Moreno går in i pit!
Fan, vilket kaosvarv det var. 2 ute, en i pit. Var han topp 5 eller?
Varför pittar han nu?
Fast han var ju damage förmodligen.
Ja, men ändå.
Alltså Kaufman och Neves är så jävla i vatten.
Ja, pressa mig igenom!
Elis, Kaufman och Neves är riktigt jävla battle. Jag ska de hoppa upp och ner hela tiden.
Jag är precis bakom skiten.
Ja, det är det jag menar. Det är verkligen så.
Lewis Hamilton, vet vilka jag menar? Vet när Lewis Hamilton blev förbi de här grabbarna?
Ja.
Jag
Nej,
går
alltså.
förbi dem!
Det blir en krasch eller? Nej.
Hur
Ja.
sträcker det, Alex?
Nej.
Gör att magnifikt.
Det är ju så här lite ointressant. Jag vill ju...
Alex! Jag drog förbi Kaufman och Neves!
Det är legendariskt, legendariskt. One for ages.
Jag råkade byta camera angle. Så det är skitkonstigt, jag ser hela bilen.
Ja men Theo, Elis pausa bara, så finns det kamera bara direkt där. Du behöver inte gå in i
Det är
settings.
någon knapp jag och finns också typ, som ligger nära W. Det är någon jävel jag sitter och trycker på ibland.
Kan det vara typ siffrorna eller så här, att du hoppar mellan dem?
Kör du fortfarande keyboard?
DRS is enabled.
Jävel, vad ligger du?
12.
Jag får också en för det här läpet. Jag har bra fart. Jag kan maintaina.
Var du skadad?
Det var möjligt också. Men jag måste hålla hjulen håller.
Mhm.
Som jag boxar nu, då är det så här. Fattar du?
Ja, jag fattar.
Då kommer mina hjul vara dåliga. Slut.
Men jag däcker redan på 16%.
Jag måste köra så länge jag kan.
Det här kommer vara dåligt läpp. Jag har varit ofokuserad. Det Theo, jag säger bara plocka fram kontrollen alltså. Det är det som funkar.
Det gick ju på kvalet.
Ja, men det klarar inte ett varv. På racen.
Nu var det AI för
Fram,
mig.
fan igen.
Vilken gång funkar det väl på just.
Vad händer med Oscar, Chebbe, Henrik? Vart är boysen? Vi måste rallya.
De andra är rädda för bögtimpa. Fan, så jävla äcklig.
Alltså jag tror han på Gabbe är topp 10. Topp 10 för Gabbe.
Ja, det är...
Ja, han har inte visat än på den här banan. Ja, men det är 5:e plats fortfarande topp 10. Vi är båda rätt då.
TV-podd, den känns ganska nice.
Det är den jag kör.
När säger de att Benny ska pitta då? Lap 6-9. All right.
Ja, då, min pit blev 12 varv 2 gubben. Då har man tagit på det.
Då är man helt efterbliven, hon frågar mig.
Men jag kör fortfarande. Lite för att kolla.
Har du inte pittat? Ja, det är ju fett.
Nu börjar fucking Koppens närma sig här, 0,7.
Alltså, det är liksom, om du vill så kan du ju typ pitta det här varvet och byta till hards och försöka hålla ut resten av racet. Så att du vinner ju lite. Du vinner ju lite när alla andra pittar liksom.
Koppen ska jag ta innan jag går in i pitten.
Men om du byter till medium så blir det problem, för mediums håller typ bara 8-9.
Så det är viktigt för mig att komma topp 10. Viktigt för mig att plocka poäng det här racet. Det är jävligt viktigt.
Där är ett nytt Grand Prix också, så alla poängen är fräscha.
Exakt.
Jag hade alla färgerna jag kunde fått. Lila, röd, grön. Hela min pitlap.
Okej. Intressant.
Ja, alltså de vill att jag ska hitta varvet efter det här, men I don't know.
Varför så tidigt? Eller det är ju fan mig också. Elis på 12.
Han pittar ju.
Ah shit, jag råkar nudda någon.
Jag behövde byta frontwing också.
Mm. Hur lång tid tog det?
Fortfarande in. Alltså stopptime med 8,3 och jag var inne i pitten i 36.
Ja, 8,3 är inte jättebra dock. Inte bra.
Så jag tar de här.
Men Elis, nu har du, alla måste pitta nu. Alla utom du och den Moreno måste ju pitta.
Ja, jag är precis bakom Moreno.
Så du kommer ju bygga tillbaks jättemycket. Tog du hards eller mediums?
Mediums. I believe in the medium tires, Alex.
Ja. De sista varven kommer vara svåra dock.
Ja,
Men
då ska
enda
jag
vägen är
vara
fri.
defenda, Alex. Då ska jag vara defenda då.
Ja. Nu kan du vara lite aggressiv med dina videos.
Måste bara ta det här varvet, hänga på Moreno, sen om 2 varv kvar. Om han sticker kan värmfläckar istället.
Ja, Larsen är fortfarande där uppe på den här Grand Prix också. Larsen topp 5 här.
Lyckans inte sett den killen på länge.
Nej. Vi kanske har ersatt honom när någon av oss joinade.
Ja, det har ni fan inte gjort det!
Jag kan säga att
Kanske.
det är tur om vi ersätter jävligt. Han är för-
Fan, han är ju en legend in the game!
Ja, men en legend, de lever inte så länge.
Va?
Man måste dö för att vara en legend.
Legends never die.
Ja, alltså va?
Men alltså,
Det där
personen
make ingen
dör ju.
sens alltså.
Men liksom, berättelsen om personen dör ju aldrig.
De dör väl lika snabbt som alla andra, eller?
Ja, men ingen person är levande legend liksom.
Jo! Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Zlatan. Living legends.
Ja.
Ej, Izumi är inte en dålig förare. Har du talat om han eller Alex?
Ja,
Han är
det
inte...
brukar vara typ sista 5 hela tiden.
Ja, han är topp 10 nu. Tog precis han. Gjorde en jävligt fin overtake faktiskt.
Jag har haft problem med Sari. Vi har historia. Som går tillbaka långt.
Hur långt då?
Sari är den mest vårdslösa föraren av alla. Han är inte bra, men han är vårdslös som in i helvete.
Han är väl ändå topp 10 typ, eller? Han är alltid topp 10 typ.
Ja, men det är inte så här Larsen Koppens nivå liksom. De är i topp 3 hela tiden.
All right. Så nu lägger jag ändå på poängplats. Det jag behöver göra nu det är att plocka upp de här 8-9. För det är stor skillnad i slutet av Grand Prix liksom.
Jag är inne på min pit. De pittar lite snabbt här. Optimal på den där, snyggt där. Byta däcken till mediums. Man är ute. Kom igen nu. Accelerera. Upp för farten, få upp farten, få upp farten. Ja, alla andra pittar också. Ja, det var inget.
Så nu är det dags att pitta.
Nej, jag torskar! En spin, Alex. Jag tryckte för hårt på Moreno.
Fy fan alltså. Fy fan. Men nu är det... Få upp farten. Elis, jag tror på dig. Få upp farten. Alla är i pitten just nu. Alla är i pitten.
Optimal igen. Ja, optimal får man hela tiden.
Larsen är fortfarande ute. Softs. Larsen tar pitten nästa varv. Den här tjejen har sin strategi alltså. Vi får se om det lönar sig. Men det är förbi Gabbe nu.
Ja, men vad i helvete var det där?
Jag var inte förbi honom. Killen körde rakt ut.
Det är en stor jävla klunga nu när alla har fått ut pitten. Det är en riktig jävla klunga ser jag. 18. Larsen är bold. Hon är fortfarande på softs.
Elis tar över en plats där. Fan, det är inte ofta man ser det. Jag har aldrig sett dig köra alltså framför mig liksom.
Shit, dålig sväng.
Alltså jag ser på kartan, det är så jävla stor klump på Contino. Det är Gabbe.
Ja, Elis har ju en penalty på 3 sekunder.
Men det är ju ofta man...
Det är ju
Alltså,
bra
man ser
för
Gabbe
mig.
defendar hårt för att han är i kö bakom sig för ingen kan åka runt honom.
Nej, jag defender ingenting, jag bara kör.
ingen annan kan ju komma om dig. Det är världens skö, de står ju bakom på led liksom.
Ja, för jag är snabb.
Laursen byter till hards, hon stannar ute längre och sen byter hon till hards. Vad är det för idiot? De kommer tappa jättemånga positioner. Alla har kört en med fräscha mediums liksom.
Kaufman framför mig, Gabbe.
Ja, fan vad jävlar ju. Laursen pittar, jag fattar inte det där. Hur pittar Laursen? Vart är logiken?
Ja, nu har vi många framför oss.
Alltså hon är ju en tjej, jag fattar ju det men alltså, logiken borde vara noll.
Varför är hon en tjej och kör med oss? Jag fattar inte, jag blir lack alltså.
Alltså man får ju vara kille och tjej.
Ja, men det är ingen som är det. För de är för dåliga. De har inte... Vet du vad de inte har? De har inte, vad heter det, reflexerna. De har inte...
Tjejer i F4, F3 tror jag.
Ja, men de har inte den här styrkan. De har inte, alltså nackstyrkan. För att sitta kvar. De har inte det där. Det går inte.
Mellan mig och Kaufman.
Ja, jag ser en battle!
Our battle will be legendary. Jag tror jag hade samma koder som i förra varvet.
Är Theo kvar eller? Theo? Han dog. Smärtsam död. Ja, jag har bara röda löparen så. Drop consistency.
Där är du en jävligt fin overtake.
Där ligger vi på röven av Sari.
Där är ju vårdslös Elis, var försiktig där.
Rakan.
Där plockar vi en till placering. Härligt. Bakom Elis.
Honom. Bra.
Helvete, nu kommer vi på fart.
Kaufman plockar ju in på mig. Varför gainar han?
Shit, frontwing nästan done igen.
Jabbe, 2 ord. Slipstream och DRS.
Men jag hade också DRS.
Ja, hade du slipstream?
Nej.
Nej, 2 ord. Det var därför jag sa 2 ord.
Man drar ju ifrån från mig nu. Vart är Elis? Elis, vart är du?
Inte plats.
Va? Hur fan kör du så jävla snabbt?
Jag kan inte overtake och skita. Jag är ingen roleplay.
Fan, det är ju det första varvet.
Ja, ni är sämst.
Så, nu switchar strategy här. Nej, nu har vi en contender. Kari går förbi mig igen. Han trycker ut mig. Domaren!
Rev! Fan, Rev! Fan!
Ja, men jag behöver ge hans space för annars har vi blivit collision. Och då tryckte han ut. DRS, 100 meter. Då frontwingen är out. Jag har ingen frontwing kvar.
Kaufman är inte dålig alltså.
Men jag är så fucking mycket snabbare än Larry. Och jag har inte ens en frontwing. Vad gör frontwing? Det är trash.
Downforce.
Ja, just det.
Ja men snälla Kaufi! Jag blir sönderspinnad.
Jag måste rycka ifrån Larry.
Alltså snälla fucking Kaufman kommer och spinnar sönder mig. Sista varvet. Alltså snälla.
Sista varvet.
Ja.
Det är 3 varv nu.
4 kvar.
Ja, jag ligger bara sist. Ja just det, jag kollar fel.
Alltså jag ser Elis på kartan när han är i en battle där. Någon är bakom honom. Någon är ens röd.
Det är Sari. Vi har haft en jävla battle. Varje gång jag tar över han, nu kommer han säkert ta mig på rakan. Tight. Kolla hur nära han ligger mig. Men jag har bollen först.
Jag vill ju catcha Gabbe, men jag kommer inte hinna. Det är omöjligt för mig att hinna.
Jag kör inte ens längre.
Ja, men det kommer ändå vara omöjligt att hinna. För du är ju typ tvärs över banan.
Men jag kör ju inte.
Vadå, har du pausat eller vadå?
Jag har retirat.
Va?
Ja.
Alltså jag
Det-
krigar utan.
Kaufman är min nya enemy number one.
Det är ju någon som har pittat nu.
Ja, det är Kaufman. Den fittan. Kaufman är out.
Jag är inte sist längre.
Nej, men ger det mig poäng jag inte var sist. Nej.
Alltså när Facet Lap gör det poäng.
Hålla min fight med Sari. Warning collision med Sari.
Jag håller på att catcha Kaufman nu.
Sväng.
Oh fuck.
Och jag rycker. Helvete, nu har vi bra fart.
Okay, the gap behind is 19.4 seconds. And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Den här första svängen, den är jag alltid dålig på. Sari pittar för våra collisions.
31,7 fick Alex.
Rätt, va?
På den här västlägen.
Kör du?
Om jag kör i egen.
Rätt 1,7 eller vad sa du? Det är bra. Gäller stund topp 10.
Jag krigar utan frontwing och medium tires som har kört 8 varv.
Vad är det för wear på dem?
Se det.
Va?
Jag kan inte se det.
Alltså om du trycker på din meny.
Det är där. Då tappar man fokus.
Japp.
Alltså däcken mår ju inte bra. Frontwingen är av.
Mm.
Nu säger Alex, nu säger min grabb. Be aware the grip level is gonna start falling away.
Mm.
Jag måste bara hålla mig 3 sekunder framför Giles med gata. 5,7 nu.
Det är bra ändå. Det är en bra margin.
Han är så jävla mycket snabbare än mig. 5,5, 5,4. Det är raka alltså.
Mm.
Shit, där är en dålig sväng. Jag rycker nu, jag rycker. Han kommer ikapp 4,3. Svängarna blir bara svårare och svårare, Alex.
Vad sa du?
Svängarna blir bara svårare.
Mm.
Alltså jag fattar inte, min DRS funkar inte. Jag har 70 hela tiden. Sitter och trycker på kontroll.
Jag trodde den var automatisk. Alltså är problemet att du inte kan klicka ner den eller hur man använder den?
Den glitchar. Den var så här innan, sen började jag unbinda den och sen när jag bindade
Mm.
Got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Sista varvet nu då.
Ja.
Där har vi däcken. 43 på alla.
Jag hade 36 alltså, det var inte så jättestor skillnad. Med tanke på att du pittade så mycket tid före mig. Långt före mig. Alltså Gabbe ändå klättrar upp till 15:e plats.
Det är inte tillräckligt bra. Jag jagar poängen. Och Kaufman har förstört för mig.
Alltså det är mer som att
Nu
du
pressar vi.
lite mer som att du har förstört för Kaufman, för han sitter ju sist.
Det var ju han som pittade.
Ja. Vad gör det för skillnad?
Jag behövde inte pitta ut till att han åkte in i mig.
Ja, här pressar vi.
Men nu Elis, jag späckar det här. Ingen vinge, hoppar runt lite. Ja, det ser svårt ut. Svår bil att kontrollera.
Ja, men jag gjorde det bra ändå, Alex. Vad fan. Kommer in på 7:e plats utan vingeprocent och varv 6.
Det är ju fint, alltså det plockar poäng här första racet.
Plus 3 också. Plus 3 så är det kvar med 1,2 sekunder på de pappa.
Bra. Ja, Theo, nu kan du göra igen. Nu är det gädda, din favoritbana.
Hemmaplanerna.
Theos hemmaplan.
Levasseur.
Men det var tjej Drive of the Day. Vad fan, vad gör Drive of the Day?
Alltså den som typ bäst.
Den borde väl vara jätte då.
Nej, men alltså, det är så här-
På 10:e plats och kom på 2:a så har du ju kört bra.
Du kör bäst.
Ja, om jag börjar etta och kör etta, då är det så här.
Du kan ju få driver of the day om du ligger etta och vinner. Alltså, då
Kör man bäst, då har man ju vunnit.
Alltså de kollar ju på så här hur många overtakes du har, hur många gånger du har försvarat bilen, så här, hur ofta du inte blir overtakad. Sådana där grejer.
Men som vi ser better than me. So my man shuts up. I really boy shuts up.
Moreno är ju fan colombian. Estosari. Fan, jag hatar Sari.
Vad fick jag för lap time då? 1:36,518. Fan, bättre än Elis.
Var det? 1365778. 1365118. Ja.
Och ändå kommer jag fucking 15 på grund av Kaufman. Han är min fucking enemy från och med nu.
Det är din consistency och... Jävlar. Det är din
Nej,
consistency.
det är Kaufman som kapar mig. Jag,
Alltså,
låg...
du gör kakor fast de är lite...
jag låg ju där uppe! Jag låg ju där uppe. Jag låg ju typ... Var låg jag? 8-9. Och sen kommer Kaufman
Okej, men
där.
vart började du?
22.
22?
Ja,
Finns det 22 bilar?
det fanns det i det här racet.
Är det?
Ja,
Alex.
jag svär det stod 22.
Inte ni inne?
Jag kan gå in, men jag ska bara hämta ett glas vatten. Kommer sen.
Timpa och jag är med. Vänta på dig också.
Och de mig, jag är inne. Jag har varit inne hur länge som helst. Snälla italienska tigen. Jag ska ut på banan igen.
Ja, men vad tyckte du om min spam igår?
Spam?
Ja, massa bilder på Marra, eller mest Alex.
Ja, cool.
Helvete vad många snipes man har på den här jäveln.
Kör vi nu?
Jag är tillbaks.
Alex är inte här.
Vadå?
Fin i matchen.
Nej, jag ser att ni laddar in.
Nej, vi kör.
Aha.
Jag ligger 3.
Det ligger 3.
Ja.
Okej, vilken kurva är det då?
15.
Fan, hemmakänslan.
Maria, Maria.
Jag bara börjar på 15:e plats. Snyggt. Men då, hade någon en penalty? Theo, hade du penalty?
Jag vet inte fan.
Det kom upp så här på tabellen att någon hade en penalty typ. Och sen försvann de.
Så jävla många svängar på den här va?
Höghastighetssvängar är det.
Ja.
Det är slalom. Det är slalom på den här banan.
Det är lite så här läskigt för man vet inte när den kommer.
Ja. Eller, ja. Man lär sig.
Det var dåligt med mig vänner med den klassen in i en vägg.
Jag med. Vi gjorde säkert samma väg.
På den här banan är alltid nära. Jag är några centimeter från väggen hela tiden. Jag flåsar den i nacken liksom.
Maria, Maria. Bara jag kommer topp 10 i qualifying, då är det lugnt. Skulle jag säga.
Ja. Men alltså, Gabbe, du och Theo, ni två, första varvet. Det är där det viktigaste. Det är där det formar hela racet liksom.
Jag och Tio.
Aj, slog vi till väggen. Ja, Theo åkte ut.
Ja, men han är ju efterbliven.
Elis, jag tror vi träffade samma vägg alltså. Men jag fick ingen skada. Ja. Alltså Elis, jag körde career mode med Theo i år. Jag studsade på en vägg. Bang! Ja,
Ah shit! Ingen frontwing! Ingen frontwing boys!
Käften alltså!
Ingen frontwing!
Och sen studsar jag på den väggen, förlorar vingen, flyger in till nästa väggen på andra sidan. Boom, förlorar däcket, allting är ute, allting är bra.
Okej, 16:e plats boys. Det var inte en bra call jag med, men jag kan
Gabbe, topp 10 då? Topp 10, det är det.
Theo gör det bra, Theo gör det bra.
Gabbe, du sa topp 10.
Vad är det? Vilken plats?
Elis, du kommer se mig!
Han var 18:e plats.
Men jag hade ingen frontwing i slutet alltså, jag tappade den.
Gabbe, min frontwing rör
Elis, du är framför mig, få ingen dålig start alltså.
Vad är det?
Kör Elis, din jävla fitta.
Alex, sakta, kör inte så jävla sakta för jag kommer köra in i det då. Nej, någon.
Aj!
Gör du Gabbe?
Ingen frontwing på mig.
Theo, jag ser att du bygger en kö, tack så mycket. Ge mig lite mer space.
Så.
Vad gör en frontwing? Men behöver den.
Ja, du kommer behöva den. Du kommer verkligen behöva den.
Ja, jag har också tappat den. Jag märker det nu. Jag kollar. Ja, jag har tappat den.
Helt rätt på bilden eller?
Wow.
Så jag orkar inte.
Det är bara att dra in i pitten och köra hards resten av racet. Det är så man ska köra. Det är så man kör. Hards resten av racet. Behöver inte pitta.
Svinga här.
Egentligen, alltså det borde vara en fett OP-strat. Paja i vingen, byter till hards. Sen håller man ut liksom.
Alex, jag kommer bara sitta och defenda så du kommer nog få en bra ledning.
Ja, jag sitter och kollar kartan här. Alltså jag har ett stort avstånd redan.
Åh, min frontwing gone!
Det är ju rätt på min alltså.
Men jag körde fan 8 varv för att race utan den till.
Åh nej! Det var en riktigt dålig bromsning. Nära in i väggen där.
Ge mig space! Jag är ju längst vid kanten, var ska jag åka? Vad?
Pressar dig förbi!
Va? Jag var längst vid kanten, du hade hela planen och du åker längst till höger. Du får ju ge spacen. Fan, Elis ska inte köra, det är ju livsfarligt på banan.
Theo, kom igen nu. Jag ser att du tappar en position. Du måste gå upp.
Jag kör in i pit.
Du träffar mig till vid bakhjulet.
Här tar jag lite till.
Va? Ja, du träffade mig.
Då kom du in i mitt bakhjul, säger jag till dig.
Jävlar vad vi ska få köra.
Nej, alltså jag ser ju kartan. Theo, har du för full mapp? Eller har du liten?
Okej, då
Han-
blev jag på riktigt rammad.
Jag kan aldrig förklara någonting.
Jag tappade ett däck. Alltså, det är så jävla tråkigt där.
Vad var han ut ur pitten eller vadå?
Saudi out of the
Jag
session.
blir rammad.
Han är efterbliven och han är helt out.
Theo, du är faktiskt efterbliven.
Men snälla, ni kör ju inte.
Du startar ju 2, Theo.
Ja, men jag säger att ni kör ju ändå inte.
Men vi kör ändå inte.
Vad fan, ni ligger ju alltid sist.
Nej, det
Jo,
Elis kom väl ändå typ 6 förra racet eller?
Med en 3 plus. Gabbe låta snacka sig.
ja, men...
Det är han som har fått DNF 2 race i rad.
Ja.
Ja. Ändå lika många poäng som...
Jag har det ju inte, eller?
Nej,
Men hur många poäng har du då?
0. No shit, eller vad?
Det har ju inte jag.
Aha, ja det är bara du. Alltså
Men
du,
Gabbe hade ett tufft race förr, va?
ja, men, alltså du har inte samma eller bara för det?
Ja, men han kör ju på nu.
Har vi inte samma då? Nej, du är igång alltså.
Det kan väl, vad fan har hänt? Jag ser det är så... Har du bytt pittare eller vad fan har du gjort?
Ja, vad tror du? Det är klart jag pittar.
Jag trodde Elis också pitta.
Men jag har inte flyttat.
Jag gick in på hards.
Ja, Gabbe, det där är smart. Håll ut nu. Sen vinner du massa när... Kör så bra du kan. Sen vinner du massa när alla pittar.
Jag kommer köra säkert nu för jag kan inte klara av att pitta igen.
Det är bra.
Gabbe, jag har ingen front, men jag kör på ändå.
Ja, det där kommer du torska på i längden.
Alltså det är världens kö framför Elis. Eller hela den där klumpen alltså.
Lite Siv-grej här alltså.
Det är jag och Gabbe som är så här lite avskild. Och sen är det bara en klump.
Är du nära mig?
Nej, jag är på motsatt.
Mappen att inte gå ut.
Jag ser ingen
Jag
jävla
åker
mapp.
här. Jag åker på andra sidan med dig.
Ja.
Åh! Snudda nästan. Jag ligger så jävla bra. Man ska ju nästan snudda väggen, då ligger man rätt i svängen.
Ja, men det är så jävla läskigt alltså.
Jag brukar också göra det.
Alltså IRL ligger de sådär som vi pratar centimeter ifrån väggen.
Det är så här gnistor när de slår
Ja, alltså,
till.
det är helt stört. Alltså.
De har optimerat banan liksom, perfekt. Vet exakt vart de ska åka på centimeter.
Där är jag vägg.
Fan, jag fortsätter ju bara klättra. Mina softs blir alltid så jävla dåliga så får jag bara rött. Men jag bara fortsätter klättra varje varv. Ända till fjärde varvet. Ja, men nu möter vi här på motsatt sida.
All right.
Oh, fuck. Jag slog i väggen där. Jag slog i väggen hårt.
Alla har soft tire framför mig alltså. Till och med Elis har soft.
Ja.
Ja, då kommer inte jag greja någonting.
Du kommer göra det när de får slitna däck. Vilket är typ nästa varv.
Då är det ju bil.
Vänta, han vill att jag ska pitta igen! Ah, shit.
Alltså Gabbe, mina däck är redan på 30% liksom. Dina är säkert på under 10.
Gabbe, skit i pitten bara. Säg att du inte behöver.
Ja, ja.
Du har ju ändå pittat en gång och bytt till 2 olika däck. Så du kommer inte bli din disqualified liksom.
Måste man byta däck?
Ja, du kan inte ha byta soft till soft när du pittar. Du måste ha 2 olika däck under ett race.
Jaha.
Så, nu har jag confirmat pitt här.
Alltså Elis, mina däck är redan på 35%. På fjärde varvet liksom. Inget trevligt.
Jag kommer ju switcha till bilen.
Jag med. One stop strategy.
Ja, nu är det pitten.
Hittar du på lap 5 eller lap 6?
4 eller?
De ville att du skulle göra det eller valde du själv?
Så, optimal turning. Och frontwingen går på nu. Nu kör vi. 7,4 sekunder stop time. Det kan jag jobba med.
Och så Levasseur är ju väldigt bra. Har jag märkt. Topp 5 hela tiden. Dick drivers till dig eller förra gången? Jag har knappt använt min ERS har jag märkt. Jag har 80%.
Om jag har tryckt right now Alex, det är helt stört.
Du är bakom Gabbe där. Ska du catcha honom?
Jag har dock för mycket tryck, jag åker utanför.
Alltså grejen, du måste overtake Gabbe för han har ju redan pittat. Han kommer inte pitta igen.
Shit, looking in babe. Det är för snabbt alltså. Så svårt.
Det är nya vingen och allting. Det är ovan eller?
Ja, jag har ju kört utan vingar i 2 race i rad. Jag är ju van med att köra ut.
Mm.
Jag gillar inte den här mappen. Tycker för lite yta liksom.
Alltså Theo älskar den här men han torskar ju varje gång på klarret så. Jag undrar om det är för att det är Saudiarabien eller om
Nu
det är...
pittar de. Elis, nu kör vi! Go, 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 go!
Fan vad dåligt du kör. Fan vad jag är ute ur tracksen hela tiden.
Måste komma för dem. Måste hinna för dem. Otroligt
Är
viktigt.
det mig eller? Mina däck är så jävla kalla. Det är så här, jag kan knappt köra där. Måste värma upp dem nu på det här varvet. Kalla mediums är inte något roligt.
16:e plats. Det kan jag jobba på.
Fy fan vad det är svårt att köra de här.
Nu börjar mina däck bli uppvärmda här.
Fast i sektor 2 nu. Nu jag får hänget om det. Sektor 1 så bara flög överallt liksom.
Jag knullar Barnes just nu, jag är så jävla mycket snabbare.
Alltså det är gnistor på baksidan av bilen liksom. Jag åker så snabbt. Eller Aursen och Sari, de pittar fortfarande inte. Ja, jag hade en så dålig sektor 1 alltså. Eller jag pittade ju någonting men ändå. Liksom.
Då är det DRS.
Nu är det 2 till som pittar. Kanske nya chans. Eller jag är inne. Det var späckare eller kör du själv?
En är iväg.
Eller så bromsar du på keyboard och mouse.
Yes.
Det är väl klart. Bromsar som alla.
Kom på den efter jag sa det.
Ingen frontwing igen.
Gabbe.
Ja.
Alltså vad...
Jag är så jävla dunkar rakt in i väggen.
Om det funkar så funkar det.
Wow! Det var Bennys fel.
Theo, jag vill se förbättringar i måla. Okej?
Jag såg det jag tänkte in i det.
Nej, jag märkte inte ens det.
Jag tror att det är en bana du verkligen kan över.
Du kan fan inte säga att det var mitt fel. Jag körde rätt vid kanten.
Jag sa ju att det var mitt fel.
Ja.
Jag tror att ni hade tillräckligt med plats nu. Det här
De har-
spelar
de har
ingen
satt
roll,
in
det här är bara
Gabbe.
practice Gabbe för mig right now.
Gabbe, du har ju Imola efter det här. Förhoppningsvis regnar det inte den här gången. Åh, pajar min... Hela min vinge är borta. Fuck.
Men Gabby Imola är inte din hemmaplan. Monza är din hemmaplan.
Ja, sure.
Fuck, jag har ingen vinge. Jag slog i väggen dubbeldunkar. Jag höll på att förlora däcket. Det var tur att jag inte DNF:ade.
Monza är ju skön, Monza är ju skön.
Mm. Fuck, alltså inga vingar. Åh. Tappa fokus. Jag satt och kollade på annat. Ja, fuck. Jag har 18 sekunder försprång. Jag tror jag bara ska stanna ute. Alltså fuck, jag kör så horribelt. Alltså Elis, hur fan klarar du att köra utan vinge? Jag kan knappt hålla mig i banan.
Jag kör ju också utan vinge.
Vad sa du?
Men nu krigade 7 varv för.
Roff pittar nu också på hards. Någonting har hänt här. Och alltså jag håller på att DNF:a varje sväng alltså. Men Roff pittar, jag fattar inte vad som hände där. Jag hade 18 sekunders försprång, jag har 28 liksom. Nej, alltså jag dunkar väggarna så, hela tiden.
Nej, 3 second penalty. Där går man på retire from session. Så. I'm out.
Mycket snack kring det.
Kalle försöker köpa mina briller genom att köpa mat till mig. Jävlar vad tajt det är mellan från typ 12 till 5. Tror jag.
Jag pittar nu alltså, fan. Jag klarar inte det här. Jag hoppas inte jag torskar min plats här. Jag har softs också, så nu är jag nya softs. 3 varv med softs. Inshallah. Fantastic stop. Faster than we expected. Thank you. Thank you. Snälla säg att jag vill hålla mig på så. Men jag fattar inte det. Alltså Lukas Roff bara pyttade. Jag hade tappat min position till honom. Fuck, slog i väggen där igen. Ingen skada skedd. Tur att han har reduced damage. Nej, alltså jag krossar ju mina softs. Det är så här enkelt. Ja. Nej, men jag är optimistisk med Theo på Imola. Jag är optimistisk. Jag tror det kan vara en favoritbana. En av hans bästa banor.
Varför är det så tyst? Hallå, Isla. Jag är så rädd.
Klarar de eller?
Ett och ett halvt varv kvar.
Jag kan fan ta Fastest Lap då. Jag har en bra sektor 3.
Då har vi ganska slå.
Ja, jag slår det själv. Nej, rött. Sista varvet nu.
I'm feeling lonely. Alex är min smak. Käften! Jag kommer klippa dina tånaglar så långt in, så varje gång du tar ett steg på denna jord kommer du känna en ohörlig smärta.
Du får det själv.
Nej. Jag kommer inte ihåg vad han sa riktigt, men det var något sånt.
Jo.
Alex,
Klar.
du kommer ihåg. Jag ska gå och äta pannkakor. Vet ni varför? Jag är
Jag ska
tjock.
inte något att äta. Det gör jag också.
Ja, Alex, du och jag, together. Timpa är de fetaste av alla. Jävla fett.
Ja, DNF. Anop!
Tja. Jag är tillbaks.
Vem startar nästa?
Åh, Manu! Kom igen.
Och hej och...
Manu!
Ah,
Kom från bröstet.
jag tror det kom på bollarna.
Åh, Manu! Kom igen.
Ja.
Manu!
Nej, vänta. Hallå. Felix, varför blev Howard Clark disqualified?
Tjena brothers and sisters, what's poppin'?
Hallå.
Hallå, hörde ni inte det där? Vem var det som sa det där? Vem var det som sa det där?
Tjena streamen, tjena streamen, tjena streamen, tjena streamen!
Vad streamer de för gång länge eller vadå?
Får jag höra tjena streamen på tänker det är ju så.
Rasvetka? Vänta, vem är Rasvetka? Vänta, va? Det är jag! Nej, Lau Kaufman! Va?
Va?
Vem är Rasvetka? Rasvetka, det är inte över. You Lau Kaufman, gonna fuck you. Vad som händer? Vad som låter?
Grabbar.
Vi väntar på dig grabbar.
Jag fattar inte, hur kommer jag tillbaka?
Va?
Ah! Kör vi?
Nej.
Ser. Vad gör vi?
Vi lämnade ju nyss gädda.
Gädda?
Ja, gädda.
Vadå gädda? Ska du firra eller?
Den heter så.
Hörde ni det eller?
Australia, let's go!
Alex vill fucking fiska alltså.
Det heter gädda, din idiot.
Varför vill du fiska?
Vänta, jag måste göra en sak.
Alltså jag lägger sist! Jag lägger fan 3.
Ja, 3 av oss tror jag. Det är säkert. Eller 4.
Ja, men varför kan jag inte säga alla? Jag vill säga av alla Pacers, inte bara oss 3.
För jag tog ju bara med alltså, de med riktiga människor.
Alltså varför gjorde du det? Det är ju efterblivet.
Vi är ju bottar.
Ja,
Ja, men vi vill ju...
snälla.
Det här är det jag menar med att vi gör de här misstagen.
Vi får starta om. Så,
Nej.
starta om.
Nej.
Nu kör vi bara, men Alex, det är skitdåligt. Man vill ju se hur man ligger, vad man lägger totalt.
Man vill se vart liksom McCaskill ligger liksom. Man vill se det där.
Ja, Mikalska, så då sätter han på länge. Ja,
Ja, jag inte.
Jag tror inte han är med.
Jag tror Alex har mördat han.
fan, just det.
Jag har inte tagit bort någon. Jag väljer inte vilka som är borta.
En topp 10 spelare åker inte bort. Så du har tagit bort han.
Jag tar bort någon.
Mikalska var inte en topp 10, han var the number one.
Var han dock topp 10 överhuvudtaget?
Ja, han var alltid topp 10.
Sexa, alltid sexa.
Han var 7.
Var Jan Glass han?
7 och 6 låg han och han när man kom där. Det var som en jävla libanesisk tvättbjörn som låg och bara nafsade i ryggen på honom. Så det
Jag sitter... Det fanns en race som en glass han.
Ja, let's go boys.
Baby.
Det här är ett långt varv alltså. En tredje plats är inte dåligt.
Fy fan alltså. Det var så jävla ont i halsen. Eller ont.
Jag skiter i, jag kommer brunka igenom det. 20 plats boys. Nu kör vi.
Jävlar.
Spegeln är fan nära jäveln. Alltså en hundradel ifrån.
Pinsamt Alex.
Bara tveksam.
Pinsamt.
Men det hade... Jag ser inte så länge. Theo är bra faktiskt.
Så man klarar ett lopp.
Grejen är
Ja.
att hans bromsmekanik är... Gabbe, om du kör in i mig bakifrån för att du inte kan bromsa i tid så kommer jag döda dig.
Då får du döda mig då.
Du vet inte vad man bromsar i tid liksom. Det är så här den mest basic.
Jag vågar inte köra nära och så. Kommer köra in och...
Nej, Gabbe kör in i dig oavsett.
Alltså därför måste jag gasa lite.
Ah! Han blev rädd. Getting good!
Gul flagg!
Boys, ja det är fan.
Oh my god.
Jag var uppe på 10:e plats ifrån. Fattar du hur jag brukade vara? Jag var den 20:e. Jag bara brunkade igenom. Sen dunkade jag in i den.
Ja grabbar, kan vi hålla topp 3 eller? Är det möjligt tror ni?
Men jag har någon i ryggen.
Du kan ju bara trycka L, eller jag vet inte, ta ner på lös, men du ser där, vänster sida. Det är en tabell liksom. Det är ju alltså 0,4 ifrån mig, jävlar. Det är läskigt.
Nu späcker jag Swady här. Bra turn Theo, bra turn. Bra turn, bättre än Alex. Theo, han rygger. 0,9 du tappar. Grabbar drar lite femte alltså.
Jag kan inte svänga, jag är ingen vinge.
Alltså, åh.
Grabbar, hur börjar du 3 och 8 vingar?
Det är jag och Theo framför dig också.
Jag körde in i någonting.
Jag tar bara vingen som jag gjorde för en långpart. Jag brukade igenom.
Alltså, grabbar, jag vet inte hur jag blev besviken på dig efter alla misstag du har gjort, men alltså, jag är besviken på dig.
Vadå? Jag är fortfarande 5 eller vad? I'm in the game.
Ja, men du har ingen vinge.
Nej, men jag är in the game.
Är du dock det?
Ta 36 så där kan du tappa.
Vadå?
Jag kan säga så här. Det är ett jävla tåg jag får. För det är 0,5 mellan alla.
Det är rest train det här varvet då. Alltså Theo kan plocka värdefulla poäng den här racet. Han kan ju gå med alla typ i tabellen.
Fuck you. Alltså.
Oh fuck. Kollade bort en sekund.
Commanding fan.
Turtles.
Han har ju dragit ifrån lite nu.
Ja.
Så han är duktig.
Kan som grej.
Tack så mycket. Jag älskar det.
Han är
Säg
en
till.
teamlirare. Han är precis som Aran.
Alltså jag har Gabbe-skärm på andra, jag bara ser honom i gräset.
Vadå? Om man ska racea ska man racea hårt alltså.
Och du kör racer på banan också. Det är inte direkt som att du åker runt en gräsklippare, då är det inte direkt en racer.
Vilka jammade goat här. Commanding fan. Bra Gabbe, du ligger bra.
Jag har ju tappat, alltså jag är skadad vinge. Jag har inte tappat den helt tydligen. Men
Alltså det är typ värre att han är skadad, för den är så här obalanserad. Jag skulle nog tycka att det är lättare med en helt borta vinge.
Där ligger du bra Gabbe, där ligger du bra.
ja. Jag går så jävla hårt in på svängarna alltså.
Man blir 2 stycken jättelångt på.
Gärna gå och bromsa lite i svängen.
Nej.
När du bromsar.
Lugnt, jag klarar mig.
Men vad fan har hänt? Det är 2 stycken jättelångt bak. Eller så är det du som hänt det med dem.
Jag har ju varit inblandad i det där. Jag brukade in i 15 fästen.
Mm.
Jag låg uppe på 10:e plats. På först, efter typ 2 sekunder. Fattar du
Det-
hur hårt jag brukar?
Ja, men alltså det är så här.
Jag tänkte säga, jag kommer inte kunna ta det här om jag inte brukar.
Men du löste first inte jättesvårt. Liksom, du behöver bara overtake dem organiskt, liksom. En i taget, liksom. 2 stycken, liksom. Du är ändå så tight i början oavsett. Så efter 2-3 varv så är det ändå så här, hoppa på nästa, direkt på nästa. 1 sekund intervall mellan alla.
Bra gubbar, nu chattar de down. Nu chattar de.
Vart är Gabbe? Alltså position.
Han har den här grabben.
6.
Just det, fan Theo, du är ju ändå klar här, för jag glömde bort att du är här bakom mig.
Det är disrespect.
Nej, alltså jag menar såhär, jag glömde bort att jag tror Gabbe var närmast mig liksom.
Jag kan inte svänga ordentligt!
Enligt min experience, alltså ingen vinge alls, lite bättre än en trasig halvvinge liksom. Balansen är viktig.
Jag tror jag ska pitta nu alltså. När ska du pitta Alex?
Säkert 8-9, gissar bara. 7-8-9. Kanske 10. Nej, 10. 9.
Går på en pit nu, då kan jag säga så här. Med vinge, då kommer han med sist.
Ja men vad ska jag göra?
Säg att du ska trycka på så mycket du kan.
All right.
Fuck.
Nu kan jag plocka dem. Nu kan jag plocka båda.
Grabbar, vad har du på däck nu?
Grabbar,
Soft.
jag tror jag skulle jobba idag. De ringer mig. Grabbar. Jag tror att jag hade har ett pass på Donken idag. För de ringer mig nu.
Alltså...
Fuck. Och jag klickar nyss dem. Jag tror jag får sparken.
Grabbar, vad gör du?
Shit.
Va, vad gör du?
Shit.
Du behövde inte forsa den där så hårt.
Shit.
Nu måste du pitta också.
Åh, jag ville ta en alltså. Shit.
Grabbar, vad gör du?
Shit.
Fuck. Jag ska jobba idag.
Vad händer gubbar?
9 minuter sen.
Nu är det ingen placering för mig alltså.
Fan, jag skulle jobba för 9 minuter sen.
Pitta den här grabbar.
Vad fan drar du eller?
Om jag måste ju köra klart här.
Va?
Jobb är väl...
Men vänta, så vi måste starta om nu igen.
Varför då?
Du är ju leader.
Ja. Ni kan ju bara köra en annan.
Ja exakt, så vi måste starta om.
Eller så kommer jag bara inte alls. Jag tänker så här. Sparka mig. Ja,
Vill du få
de ska
kicken över
börja.
F1?
Va?
Vill du få kicken över F1?
Inte kicken, men jag ska ju sluta oavsett. Jag orkar inte jobba Donken. Alltså generellt.
När ska du sluta?
Pitta då gubbar.
Nej men alltså. Jag ska bara säga att jag var i skolan och det passet var för tidigt. Och säga att jag är på väg.
Varför säger du inte det tidigare?
För jag hittar en ursäkt.
Vänta, vad går jag för på däck nu då?
Du sa att jag ska prov.
Medium.
Ja. Det är bra, tack.
Så. 19:e plats, man är helt out. Men nu kör vi. Det är bara att plocka placeringar. Kan inte komma längre ner än här liksom i alla fall.
Det kan ju bara gå upp på.
Ja.
Som Tom Platt säger. All the way to go from now.
Så, nu jävlar.
Där åkte Alex.
Va? Vad fan hände?
Jag tog upp dit.
Ja, jag pausade. Jag satt och smsade min chef. Jag kommer komma typ 45 minuter sent till jobbet. Det är inte bra.
Hur länge ska du jobba?
Till 19.
Åh, jag kraschade. Jag är
Och,
ute.
va?
Jag är
Ja.
ute.
Vamos! Jag kommer först! Timpa kan inte plocka poäng!
Alltså, Theo, du hade kunnat gå med Elis så enkelt.
Se hur mycket jag klarar nästa Timpa. 10 varv kanske.
Ja, nu var det väl 8.
Japp.
Det går ju uppåt i alla fall.
Grabbar, jag kommer snart.
Kommer snart ska vi gå till jobbet.
Späckar ni med eller? Ser ni jävla bra jag kör just nu?
Du är ju färdsatt en sekund framför.
Vad? Det var 5 sekunder.
Kör du in i väggen?
3,9.
Vadå 3,9? Det är 2,2. Vilken jävla vägg snackar du om Timpa? Jag har inte någon jävla vägg. Nej, det har jag inte alls. Vad snackar du om?
Det gjorde du.
Nej.
Men så håll bara
Okej, klippa då.
Det är ju på din live, ditt retard.
Ja, klippa.
Vadå klippa? Vi in i din live.
Ja, klippa.
Men du är på din-
Jag har inte kört in en jävla vägg,
Det
fattar
har
du
du
väl?
visst inte.
Okej, varför inte bilen? Varför har inte bilen någon skada då? Ingen skada alls.
Är du dum i huvudet på riktigt eller?
Vadå?
Det är ju reduced damage så körde knappt in i den.
Jag har inte kört in i någon vägg.
Så du är efter.
Jag har inte kört in i någon jävla vägg, fattar du det eller? Nej, det har jag inte.
Jag skulle kunna gissa på att du kör in i en vägg utan ens kolla för det är ju så jävla solklart.
Ja, ska du säga? Som, fan, vad lägger du? Just den, 19:e plats va?
Ja, för det är ju så jävla bra alltså.
Ja, jag vet.
Kommer sist varenda gång.
Nej, det gör jag inte.
Snyggt.
Du kom sist. Såg du det där eller? Ah, shit.
Det är snyggt alltså. Snyggt.
Snälla, vart ligger du?
Snyggt alltså.
Vart ligger det? Vart ligger det?
Kanske måste sänka AI difficulty.
Lillgrabben, vart ligger det?
Alex, du får fixa det till nästa. Vi är ner till 25.
Vadå 25? Jag kör på 55.
Du är ju sist. Du har alltid varit sist.
Nej, jag var ju fucking 5:a. 6:a. Sen kraschade jag.
Du är ju sist. Kolla. Så...
Men du sa att jag alltid har varit sist. Jag har inte alltid varit sist.
Jag ska grabbar, jag kollar här. Jag har 4 varningar. Ingen har mer än en.
Vad menar du? Jag har inte gjort
Du har fått
en...
4 varningar.
Ja, jag har,
Ingen
inte,
annan.
jag har inte gjort någonting.
Du har fått exceeded track limits, varning. Collision with Atje, varning. Collision with Coppens, varning. Corner cutting, varning.
Ja, men har jag fått någon penalty?
Reduced väl? Det finns här strict eller inte.
Om jag inte fått någon penalty så gick jag ju plus på det. Kanske.
Sen var det Estosari.
Sen går det ju nästan aldrig plus på. Du har ju bara tagit down.
Men han är inte krockat med.
Ja men 3,6 nu, 3,6. Shut him down, Gabby, shut him down.
Jag plockar in på de här alltså.
Det gjorde du verkligen.
Här är ju hela tåget. Det är bara att köra.
Oh ja.
Jag ska kolla inställningarna och kan göra så att alla kan starta ett race efter det här.
Nej men jag plockar massa placeringar liksom. Jag kommer upp här och ligger på liksom en 13:e plats liksom. Och då plockar jag massa placeringar. Och det är... Nej men jag känner mig jävligt stolt liksom då.
Jag kan säga så här. Plockar du an den människan framför dig. Bra att du vet att du är nära poängplats. För de som ligger på, han som ligger på 10 är 0, jättenära. 0,3 han som ligger 11 på 10 alltså. Så vi pratar att de ligger bredvid varandra.
Jag måste plocka 2 placeringar.
Så du måste plocka den här.
Alltså jag måste plocka ungefär 10 sekunder Elis på 2 varv. Det är jävligt tufft liksom, men jag kan göra mitt bästa. Jag vet inte om det går. De måste krascha.
Så jag får plocka du Sofia på nästa varv. Kommer du vara nära på 10? Va?
Nej, alltså när jag kommer till jobbet jag ska se upp mig alltså. För jag skulle ändå planera att sluta ungefär vid juni-tiden.
Du sa att du skulle jobba under sommaren med Donken.
Det var, nej, med Postnord tänkte jag. Jag kör kort.
Men du sa det till oss med Elis.
Ja, men så. Om ingenting hände liksom, jag var kvar där. Då hade jag säkert jobbat. Det var så här en 50, eller inte 50-50, men det var 2 alternativ.
Anne G ska ju också börja jobba fast nu.
Ska han? Ja, då är den planen borta. Hitta något annat ställe att jobba. Finns kanske UPS kanske vill ta en. Fuck, jag kollade bort. Jag glömde bromsa helt och hållet.
Ja just det, du kör ju.
Alltså, min chef är inte glad alltså. Fan.
Oj. Oj. Fuck.
Fan vad långt race där är.
Jag kan inte svänga längre. Jag är ingen om en vinge.
Alltså hur ofta förlorar du vingen i varje race?
Jag råkar köra rätt innan.
Ja. Men alltså hur ofta händer det?
We've been handed a 3-second penalty.
Såg det där Elis?
Vilken position är det på?
13.
Impressive.
Jag hade kommit 10, 9, 8. Om jag ville.
Fuck alltså. Fuck. Mm.
Jag har aldrig hört någon säga fuck efter att vinna ett race.
Ja. Ja, kom igen nu grabbar. In och håll in nu. Alltså Theo, du hade kunnat komma 2 år i racet.
Fan, jag orkar inte så köra 15 va? Typ
Eller-
helt såhär shooting.
Han är för dum för det.
Men vad hände alltså? Bromsade du bara där? Eller vadå?
Ja, jag menar alltså.
Han vet inte ens, han kan inte tänka med sin hjärna.
Jag är lite sur.
Varför skulle jag vara sur?
Varför du skulle vara sur?
Ja.
Alex Murray, driver of the day.
Men det blir ingen av oss som är driver efter dig.
Alex Murray! Fan Alex.
Ja, det är min kusin.
Varför? Så jag sa bara Alex för att, alltså inte du Alex, alltså till han Alex.
Men Det är min kusin.
Det är inte din kusin, du behöver inte ljuga, snälla. Jag blir så trött på ljugare. Lögnare.
Jag ber om ursäkt.
Nej men det är lugnt liksom, men... Nu blir jag
Alltså
trött.
egentligen, vad händer om jag bara inte kommer idag på jobbet och sen säger jag upp mig? Faktura, va? Man får ogiltig frånvaro.
Ogiltig?
Ja.
Det är ju roligt.
Men Theo, får man det?
Kaufman på tredje plats.
Jag säger det. Jag fick den är så jävla äcklig. Satan.
Alex Murray startar 13 plats, kommer in på grunden.
Fuck, 16. Det är 3 timmar sedan flyttade. Kan ni komma in eller? Ladda ju. Så ja, tackar.
Alltså vi borde sänka lite AI difficulty för Timpa. Så han kan vara med. Nej, för Timpa så han kan vara med i racing. Hallå, Alex.
Ja, ni får starta en egen Grand Prix om ni ska köra. För jag kan inte ändra.
All right.
Nej men alltså på riktigt, jag funderar på att inte komma till jobbet alltså. Vad fan är poängen?
Pengar.
Jag får 300 spänn eller vadå?
För 300 spänn för en hel dag.
Nej men på 3 timmar.
Varför får du så lite?
100 kronor i timmen. 3 timmar. Okej, men vad hade hänt om jag var...
Då kommer du ju sparka.
Ja,
Och du
det... Ja, jag kan bara sluta eller vadå? De har gett mig 2 nya kontrakt också. Så det kan... De har ju redan skrivit under dem. 2 veckor, men det är ju så här att de inte kommer... Alltså om jag inte kommer då så är det så här... De säger ett dåligt ord till mig, alltså om mig. Liksom det är McDonalds. Det här gör ingen skillnad. Jag sa att jag skulle vara där om 13 minuter. Jag kommer inte ha skillnad att komma dit om 13 minuter. Jag kommer bli sen på den tiden jag sa att jag skulle komma. Efter att jag var sen. Jag bara ska smsa honom när jag slutar. Du kommer inte få se mig.
Så det är ingen som vet hur man ska hantera den här situationen. Speciellt i Timpa.
Då kommer du få betala.
Jag kommer inte alls få betala.
Skadestånd.
Skadestånd.
Ja.
Ja, men då får de dra den på min lön. Eller vadå?
Ja.
Det är, hur mycket är det? 1000 spänn eller vadå?
Det är den tiden du kör.
Det är 300
300.
eller vad? Kan du ingenting eller? Timpa.
Va? Då var det ju bara 600.
Det var ju bara 600.
600?
Dyker du upp får du 300. Dyker du upp får du inte 300 och du måste betala.
Jaha.
Så,
Men det kanske inte, jag tror det är, om du gör det en gång så är det utan skadestånd.
Ska du köra idag, Elis?
ja. Vänta bara lite. Jag ska bara kolla alla sättningar först.
Eller ska du jobba eller?
Nej, så vad kunde hända? Jag vet inte.
Klockan är ju mer än 4.
Va? Den är 2:30 eller 3:30.
Vad ska du ens göra, Elis?
Ja, men jag ska...
Vad får du?
Jag ska stänga av.
Vad
Så
sa
kommer
han?
jag till jobbet. Jag är tillbaks 17:19. Jag vill se Oskar, Sebbe och alla andra här. Henrik och allting. Vi ses.
Hejdå.
Så varför ska Elis jobba? Jag fattar inte.
Pengar.
Jag menar för att inte vad han ska jobba med.
Som du gjorde.
Vad gjorde jag?
En bitch.
Jag var ingen bitch. Jag hjälpte samhället.
Ja, en bitch.
Jag hjälpte samhället.
Ja, där har du rökeffekt.
Det är rök vad?
Effekt.
Varför då?
Ska du inte röra den?
Jo, jag vill köra, men jag vet inte varför alla är i. Åh. Säg till mig när folk kommer in.
Ja, nu kör vi.
Gabbe drog nyss. Eller han... Eller han sa ring. Sätt in folk här. Ja, nej.
Reducerar synligheten av fina linjer på 5 minuter med ren Q10 och bioxyfilpeptider. Nya Nivea Q10 Wrinkle Filler Serum.
Behind me are 100 people, and they range from the age 1 all the way through age 100. And I've tracked each of them in their very own glass cube. The last one to leave their cube is going to win $500,000. The challenge has officially begun. Let's see which age is the best.
Doug, representing for 31. I've got the best view and the best motivation.
You want the best? You got it right here.
My daughter's turning 3 this Saturday. Emery, Daddy loves you. This is for you. 69, feeling fine. I got a winning on my mind.
What's your strategy to win this challenge? Keep in mind, I have over 300 cameras set up literally everywhere, so we'll be monitoring their every move. And one of the first things I noticed was that the kids had a crazy strategy.
My strategy is to make a lot of noise so people don't get any sleep and they really want to get out.
And I can't believe it, but it's working. The old people were not having it, and they started leaving right away. And even some of the kids got out because of it.
He's building up suspense.
Did you want the money? Then why did we leave?
I have good news for you. You've survived longer than the 1-year-old.
Come on.
Do you think this will be easy?
I'm a World War II veteran. Big peanuts.
Hey, true. I appreciate your service. Thank you.
We're a couple hours into the challenge, and 10 people have already gotten out. So we decided to leave them alone for the rest of the day, which caused even more people to get out.
I want to go home. I want to see my kids. Bye. I gotta go to school. I just don't think it's for me at night. I got really bored and I miss my dog.
Here's some money for playing.
Oh, are you serious?
But some people were more determined to stay.
You know, I'm a big family guy. Hopefully pay off my sister's student debt.
I have a deal with one of my grandkids. I'm here to show him how strong I am at 70.
I don't need a strategy. I'm good till Christmas.
It's the start of day 2, and only 76 people remain. Let's see how the 100-year-old feels. How's it going?
I'm more?
It's the start of day 2. Do you want to keep going, or do you want to get out?
I think I want to quit. It's something my family will never forget.
You fought in World War and competed in a Mr. Beast video.
Going into day 2, I'm feeling pretty good.
The money's right there. It's right there within my reach.
Whoa, how are you falling so much on the wall? It's always amazing to see how people fight their boredom in these last 3 challenges. Some draw on the walls with deodorant, while others build pillow forts. So I'm going to give them an opportunity to take this challenge to the next level. We're 24 hours in, and it's time for a vote. In each of your rooms, you'll notice a green button and a red button. And if a majority of you press the green button, we'll do a challenge. But that will eliminate a bunch of you. If a majority of you press the red button, we won't. And we'll just continue as usual.
I chose red. Why take unnecessary risks? I'm not voting green.
I am ready to do something. Get some people out here.
Green is we do a challenge. Red is okay.
Reveal the results. 63 people voted for a challenge and 13 didn't.
I've got my game face on today.
The game is 3-Cup Monty, but we made it slightly bigger. A ball is placed under one of these 3 cups. Owen, Chandler, start moving them around. Whoever remembers where the ball is stays in the game. Everyone else is eliminated.
Jazz is so cute, it's hard to keep my eyes on the cups.
Have you ever seen someone that focused before?
What's that over there?
You are unbelievably tricky.
Oh my gosh, what's that over there?
Not one for nothing.
It worked on the 82-year-old. Do you have any idea which cup it's in? I guess it's up to chance. But some people lost track of the ball and had to trust their neighbor for the answer.
It's like you blink or you look away for a second, and it's gone. We relied on a consensus here.
New strategy. We're not going to tell them the correct thing when they ask. It's a different color.
I trust my people. I think I'm good. I'm nervous because I don't want to get kicked out.
They've been watching these cups for an hour straight. If they still know which cup the ball is under, that's really impressive. Everyone, I need you to lock in your votes. Hit the button that lines up with the cup you choose.
I don't know who to trust. Green. He said red. Red. She said blue.
Blue. Don't trust her.
I don't trust the man over there at all.
You're done, big boy.
Reveal what color they picked. See how only 3 people picked green. Nolan, were those 3 people right? They were not. Most people picked blue. Let's see if they're right. They are!
I guess we're out.
We're out of here.
By the end of the challenge on day 2, only 52 people still remain. And the tensions... are getting higher.
We got an enemy now. The old guy.
I know, look at him.
There's friction between these 2 groups.
He told me red. She told me the truth.
These are the people he's been talking to the whole time we're here. And they told him the wrong color.
Her and I were just playing with him, giving him the wrong color. We were just having fun with him. They took it the wrong way.
If you gotta win by line, and that's not the way we want to play.
What they've done is they've turned a bunch of folks against them. A bunch.
At this point, you're probably wondering how they use the bathroom. Push this down. Okay, the light outside the cube just turned on, which means Chris is now going to bring you a toilet. I couldn't get plumbing in all 100 rooms. We have portable toilets. toilet. This is now a bathroom. Let's get out of the bathroom. Oh my goodness. By the end of day 2, almost half the contestants have been eliminated.
It was fun to tell them the wrong color because they didn't know what to do.
Wait, why do you want number 22 out so bad?
We were beefing earlier.
Tension now is at an all-time high.
Makes you want to get out.
No, it doesn't, right?
Why I can't hear you? I'm hungry. Leave me alone. I'm hungry.
Piss me off.
Which naturally caused more people to leave.
It's time to go. You got really far. Thank you.
By the end of day 3, 54 and 74 were the biggest targets.
How's it going, everybody? We're halfway through day 4, which means it's time to vote on whether or not we do another challenge. If you vote yes, a lot of people are going to get out.
This is not the same as the last challenge.
So vote with caution. How's it going? What'd you vote for?
Challenge.
You're not worried it could get you out?
I like to sow seeds of chaos. It's more fun this way.
Why are you pressing it so much?
Let's do the challenge.
All right. The results are in, and only 9 voted against it. You each have a piece of paper and a Sharpie. I want you all to write a number of one of the remaining contestants on that paper. Whoever gets the most votes is eliminated. 60-second timer starts now. I told you this challenge would be brutal.
This is gonna stink. That's what's going through my head.
I bet you they're trying to vote me off right now.
In the last challenge, there was a lot of lying.
So now the people that were lied to are going to vote out the people that lied to them, so it pays off to be honest.
What's your vote?
54. His cockiness and his lying.
74. She's not a very grateful person. Somebody needs to go. Would be her.
You heard that down quick. Yes, we got this whole block.
So everybody's voting for 54?
Yes, we're gonna see who has more influence. Things are about to be real interesting.
Everybody, reveal your answer in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I'm seeing a lot of same numbers up here.
Such a big war between 74 and 54.
The results are in, and it was actually scarily close. Within 2 votes, the loser is 74 with 14 votes. Nolan, can you please show 74 out? 1 down. Now we need to do that 9 more times.
We all just basically came to a consensus at the same time that 10 needs to go.
He's so annoying. Like, he literally voted for me and it didn't do anything to him.
That's a strong-minded child right there. If he stayed the whole time, he could win.
The 10-year-old's my favorite. I really hope he stays in.
Yeah, I'm thinking 10. I'm supposed to carry 10, but if I don't vote for you, then they want me out.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think he voted for me.
3, 2, 1. All right, everyone, show your vote to the camera.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot of 10s.
I'm sorry, little man. This is officially the first decade eliminated.
You guys are sick in the head!
I lasted this entire vote. The only reason they voted you out was because they were scared.
I felt so bad for 10, I invited him on stage with me to co-host the rest of the challenge.
Oh, you're probably gonna kick me out.
Okay, I need every single one of you to vote for 14.
14, 14, 14, 14, 14, 14.
I don't know how to put this, but almost everyone voted for 14.
We have to think in terms of who's the biggest threat, and this one's going to be tough. Get ready.
It's time to go.
The 50-year-olds were determined to eliminate people, and they had the most voting power by far.
73 is also one of those bad apples.
73, 15 votes.
They got a pretty big power block right there.
Oh my god, the 50s might single-handedly take out everybody in their 70s.
71?
But 71 got 15 votes.
I've never been so threatened by 50-year-olds.
It's kind of scary. We lost some good friends.
Hate to see them go.
It was 75.
This is insane.
Alltid hög kötthalt och aldrig några onödiga tillsatser som socker eller vete som din katt inte behöver. Prima katt. Det är en konst att utfodra en katt.
Almost everyone everyone voted 69.
I feel so sorry for you.
69, you've been voted out. Look at what you've done. The next person is
35 with 9 votes.
We randomly chose.
And I'm sorry to say,
21.
We can only all be friends for so long.
I'm actually seeing a lot of 96, so let's go hear what she has to say.
She was very close to being eliminated.
Great, this is what you want. I'm happy.
Dude, she's so cute. The fact that she's sweet tells me that I know her grandkids miss her at home.
Let's see who you savages dogpiled on. Show the numbers. Over half of you voted for 96. I don't understand you people. She's not the biggest threat here.
Oh, thank you for everything. You know, it's the way it is. And I'm happy. You know, it's what everybody wants, and that's what's important.
This is heart-wrenching.
The purge is now officially done. If you're in your cube, you survive.
Because of their alliance, the 50s made it through the entire voting game untouched. And yet again, somehow 54 survived.
On to the next.
Either challenge or no challenge. I had to vote no challenge because I can wait it out.
It's time for another challenge vote.
I know for 100% I can win if I do no challenges the rest of the time.
I vote yes for challenge. My chances are getting better and better, just like everybody else's.
I could wait it out. My house would be paid off. I'm ready to retire. This could be it for me.
20 of you voted for a challenge. Why are you gambling? You guys are crazy. Inside of each of your cubes is a Jenga tower. We're gonna pull blocks out one at a time. And if your tower falls, you're eliminated. Pull your first block. It can be any block besides the red ones. We're gonna keep doing this until there's only 10 people remaining. Pull the second block out. Looks like no one has been eliminated yet. Let's do another one.
My heartbeat is so bad.
I'm just waiting to hear the crash of Jenga blocks. Oh my gosh, I called it. One person down, 14 more to be eliminated. This is gonna be crazy. And while they're pulling pieces, I want to tell you about the Shop app.
It's the most amazing way to shop from your phone.
The Shop app makes shopping extremely fun. From buying Feastable bars to e-bikes to whatever else you're interested in, it's super easy. And when you're ready to buy, you can speed through checkout using Shop Pay.
It's not coming out.
The Shop app uses AI technology to scan hundreds of millions of products and recommend the ones best for you.
I'm so nervous.
So am I.
Wait.
I can't touch it.
Shop will even track all your packages in one place so you'll know exactly when each of them arrive.
And remember, we're doing this until there are 10 people left.
What are you doing? You can't be trusted.
I bumped into the thing.
Yeah, I noticed. Only one more to go.
It all comes down to this. She could be the last person.
I can't believe this hasn't hit the ground
I
already.
know what. Bro, your tower is tilted 30 times. I can't look. I gotta look. I can't look. I gotta look.
Come on, Brenda, think about the backyard Jenga.
Backyard Jenga don't have Jimmy about.
That is the final elimination.
I can't believe it. I'm top 10.
90 gone, 10 left. Let's go.
If Mom wins the 500,000, we are going to Disney World.
Download the Shop app right now. We're going to be selling Jenga blocks and other parts from this set on the Shop app, which I'll tell you more about at the end of the video.
This challenge has eliminated everyone above the age of 60. The right side of the map is a wasteland.
And now that 15 people just got out, we have to tear down 15 cubes.
There's no way they're going to vote for another challenge tomorrow.
Look at how many people have gotten out. Every single one of these X's used to be a person.
There was a human right here.
There is no one around me. I'm the youngest one here.
If I leave on a challenge. I'm not leaving, walking out.
I have not come this far to give up.
I'm going to let you guys say your votes over the microphone. Do you want a challenge?
Absolutely.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Challenge.
Yes or no?
Yes.
We're doing a challenge. Mic drop.
Mic drop.
30 gigabyte istället för 15 för bara 299 kronor i månaden. Tele2.
In our Squid Games video, you guys love the marble game, so we brought it back. Just like last time, the contestants are playing 1v1 against their neighbor. Each player is given 10 marbles, and they choose what game to play. By the end of 30 minutes, only the person with 20 marbles moves on. These guys just wanted to get it over with.
This is a $500,000 coin flip.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry. It is heads.
First to two wins, right? It's up to you guys. Oh my god, sunk it. That's 1 point. Oh, if you make it into any bucket, you win right here. Let's go! Oh my god, you won it!
I'm sorry, buddy. All good, all good. Count them up. You have 20. Got 10 blues, 9 red. You're missing a marble? You count again. 19. You are one short. I'm not holding on to any. Interesting. There's only 7 minutes left, so if you care for this man, you should find it.
Where is it?
You're currently at 18 marbles. And you're at 2 marbles.
It's okay. So sorry.
Whoa. It might be a comeback.
It might be.
I found it. Really? Yeah. It was in my bed sheet. Oh. He has one more marble. If you win with that one marble, that'd be crazy. I thought that was it. That's it. Oh! You can officially step out now. Oh, that feels so bad.
This keeps going back and forth. Hey, remember, you said we both go home, so one of us gonna have to decide a different game.
Rock, paper, scissors for half a minute and it back too.
Okay, this is for all the marbles. We're gonna do all or nothing. Does that sound fair?
This is for all the marbles?
Yeah.
But you have 14 marbles and he has 6. Why are you gambling?
All or nothing, a minute and a half.
Hurry up!
Rock, paper, scissors, turn!
I got them all.
54 escaped elimination again. 30 seconds remain.
Okay, we're down to the last 2. It was the same position as this, only a couple minutes ago.
And the thing is, a minute ago, it was me.
Is there anything you want to say to each other before this?
I love you.
Let's just do this, right?
It's okay. Congratulations.
I lost to an amazing person.
It was rough.
The only people left are 23, 40, 43, 52, and 54.
Look at the graveyard of X's. These were all cubes like mine at the start. I'd lied if I said I wasn't nervous.
Things have been getting a little more intense. Today's my daughter's birthday. It's just hitting home now that I'm not gonna be there.
Can you all hear me? Yes. When we started, there was 100 of you, and now we're down to 5. Do you want to reduce it even further with the challenge?
Yes.
All right, but you guys chose this. In this challenge, the 95 contestants who have already left will vote.
And the 3 of you with the most votes are gone.
Wow. I'm definitely worried about this challenge. Certain people here have kind of brushed people the wrong way. You have no idea what people they give you. At this point, I'm rather glad that I didn't really make any enemies.
Do you think the people that lost liked you?
For the most part.
Are you willing to bet $500,000 that they liked you?
I don't know about that one.
Do you think the people that were eliminated liked you?
No. What's not polite?
Let's find out. We literally asked every single one of the 95 eliminated people who they want gone.
Heart's about to jump out of my throat.
How many votes does it say you got, Joe?
10.
which is not enough to be eliminated. He's one of the 2 that passed, which means only one of these 4 cubes remains. So, I'm bad with this stuff. You wanna handle it? You got it.
23. Yes. You were in fact eliminated.
Varför skulle jag göra pannkakor? Jag tandläkare imorgon klockan 4. Men det här får inte stå i rummet och bli äckligt. Men du har väl ätit? Ja, men ta det bara. Det är inte bara dina pannkakor.
Really didn't expect 23 to go.
And now only one of these 3 remain. Do you think it's you? I hope so.
Men vad sa du, 4? Då kommer jag behöva åka tidigare från skolan.
Sound confident? You received 15 votes.
Wow. Oh, this is brutal.
Love you, Chris.
I'm not gonna lie, losing out on that was crushing. After spending roughly 7 days here and getting that close to that grand prize and not getting it, it hurts.
And now the 2 of you. All right, we'll come over here.
This is tense. Very tense.
54.
I got the most votes, I know.
Wait, how'd you know that?
I don't trust the man over there at all.
You're done, big boy. God.
I just know.
Yeah, you did. You got 37 votes.
So have you?
Which means 52, you passed!
This is a once-in-a-lifetime chance.
I've got a 50% chance of winning $500,000.
As a reward for making it to the final 2, I have one last surprise for you. What do you think it is?
Oh, I have no idea.
What is this right here?
That's for my dog.
Today's her birthday?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see what comes through the curtains.
Oh, just see.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna let you miss her birthday. Oh.
That's your dad?
No, right there. Yes.
Regardless of who lose.
We're proud of you.
You can do this. Good job.
This is the fair.
I couldn't ask for anything else. That was my everything right there.
Yeah, no, I got this now.
Only ages 52 and 40 remain, and they've been living in these cubes for over a week.
Day 8. Been a wild ride.
Here I am. I can't believe it. Every challenge I've said, thought I was out. Thought I was out. I made it.
It's a lot more feasible now in my mind because it's not me versus 98 other people. It's me versus one person.
All these X's were cubes with people in them, and everybody's gone now, and it's just Joe and I.
Another day here, so I didn't make somebody quit. To come down to something actually forcing one of us to leave.
I gave them a chance to say no to a challenge, but
Oh my, what should we do?
I can't believe they chose a challenge. They are taking a $500,000 gamble. Inside one of these briefcases is the check for $500,000. And everyone on set is blindfolded, including the cameraman, while I mix up the cases. I promise this will make sense in just a minute. The briefcases are now mixed. And because you guys chose a challenge, you can step out of your cube and meet in the middle. $500,000 is about to go to 52 or 40. I'm going to flip a coin to decide who gets to look inside of their briefcase, making them the only person on set that knows where the money is.
It's a game of bluffery.
That's right, because then it's up to the other person to choose which briefcase they want to take home.
Heads or tails?
Heads.
Tails, whenever you're ready, look inside your briefcase. I don't even want to know what's in there. I can't stand the burden.
52 now has to decide whether she's going to keep her briefcase or steal his.
Joe, do you have $500,000 in your briefcase?
Yes.
Joe, are you lying?
What do you think?
Was there anything else in the briefcase? Other than the money?
I saw the Mr. Beast logo.
You saw a check in there?
Yes.
Joe, are you honest?
You spent enough time with me. What do you think?
This is so nerve-wracking. $500,000 on the line.
Is she going to keep her briefcase or take his?
Wow.
It's a big decision. What do you think, as right now in your head? Do you think it's in there?
I don't think it's in there. I think it happened.
I'm so nervous.
I'm actually, my heart's beating. I'm actually feeling anxious for you guys.
Can you swear that their money is in your case?
Yes.
I don't think it's in there. I think I'm gonna pick my case.
You're gonna keep this
Locked in?
all right, Joe. What is inside your briefcase?
He told the truth and he got it. We said all along, good guys can win.
So it pays off to be honest.
Even though you didn't win, we still want to give you $10,000 and your family a trip to Disneyland to make things a little better. They're still gonna go.
We took items from this set and turned them into collectible pieces that we are selling for only 1 penny. And you have to act quickly because there's only a limited amount of them and they're gonna sell out fast. Click the link below and download the shop app right now.
Subscribe and you can win $500,000. Later.
Also, Feastables is available in every 7-Eleven, Speedway, and Walmart in America. Go buy Feastables right now.
The supporters channel member Mark Gowans. Just wanted to also say a massive thank you to Lee Green, who sent me an email last week because he'd found the perfect coloured tie for Peterborough Sports on the John Lewis website. It was in the school ties section. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that he, just like me when I ordered, didn't check how long the tie actually was. It's a very small tie. The search for an appropriate tie continues. Hello, welcome to part 14 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have the first round proper of the FA Cup for the first time in the history of this football club. It's Peterborough Sports versus Lincoln City. We're all very excited. We also play Alfreton in the National League North, assuming we don't go to a replay with Lincoln. And financially, the best thing that could possibly happen is a replay with Lincoln. As far as teams who are in the first round of the FA Cup go, their attendances are pretty solid. Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday would be even better, but if you look at Lincoln's average home attendances, they're like 8,500, 9,000. If we can get back to their place and get half of that kind of gate, that goes a long way towards solving this problem that is developing at the club. Through no fault of my own, by the way, we are well within our wage budgets, but the budgets are just unrealistic for the money that comes in for the club. The board just don't know how to run a football club, apparently, so we are continuing to run up debts, which, as first team manager, isn't really my concern. As long as I stick to these, I'm doing my bit. But it would be nice to get some money in there so that we can do things like, I don't know, send me on coaching courses, improve the training facilities, maybe get some youth facilities. All these things you actually need money for that I would quite like. So fingers crossed for a draw. We'll see how it goes. Since you're last with me, we've played a couple more matches. I think we've played 3 or 4 more matches. And as you can see, we are in pretty good form. And our front two of Campden Sturridge and Sewell are quite good. As you can tell, we've finally got our attack working the way we want it to work. Jamie Sewell is top scorer in the division. He's also the highest average rating in the division, most man of the matches, and Philip Marshall is second for clean sheets. That's all good stuff. We are finally back at the top of the league again after that little bit of a wobble. We've got back into some good form and got back to the top of the league, and of course the media still think we're doing really rather well. And we've got Marshall, Nkrumah, Cisse, McKnight and Sewell all in the best media best 11, and Sewell considered the 4th best player in the division, and he has proven to be quite a useful signing so far. 15 goals in 13 appearances, averaging a 7.63. The coaches, when he arrived, said he could one day play in the Championship.
I mean, he could be with us for a while, or we might have to sell him for no money because we have no money. Another reason to try and get this draw with Lincoln, so we don't have to sell him the first offer that comes in. So, our team for the Lincoln game, we're going with Marshall in goal, a back for a Green, Donnelly, new loan signing Sonny Al-Jafri is going to be playing at centre-back for us. He's making his debut. Bit of a big game to make his debut in, but he looks pretty useful. He's on loan until the end of the season from Halifax, so he is going to be playing at centre-back alongside Donnelly, and then McKnight at right-back, and Krumer on the left, Hinchy. Roberts is now playing as a centre-mid on an advanced playmaker instruction. We had played him a little bit as the deep-line playmaker. He's kind of made this role his own in the last 4 matches that he's played. He's been playing in that role. So I think that's probably his position now, an advanced playmaker on support in central midfield. I don't think I've ever done that before, but it seems to work quite well for Roberts. Then Quirk on the right, and up front, Campton, Sturridge and Sewell. The other piece of transfer news, actually, Connor Kennedy, who was made club captain in the summer and then proceeded to not play very much for us, or not play at all this season, has left the club in a grumpy and gone to Oxford City on a free transfer. So he's gone. New club captain is Charlie Farr, who also doesn't really play for us. I went with what my assistant manager suggested. It was late at night, mistakes were made. It probably should have been Cameron Green, but we're fine at the moment. We're good. Let's go draw with Lincoln. We don't want to accidentally beat them. I guess the one positive of a win, we're not going to win, Lincoln are in League One, but the one positive of a win would be that potential away game against Sheffield Wednesday in the next round, who I think are the biggest club attendance-wise in the FA Cup until you get to the third round, when the Championship and Premier League teams start entering in. There is Al-Jafri, very nearly scoring within 2 minutes of his debut. It was the in-swinging corner from Green, and Al-Jafri there at that near post. It was close. That would have been a great way to announce yourself to the Peterborough Sports faithful. And it looks like we've actually got quite a few fans turned up today. 2,106 in attendance. I imagine more than half of them are probably from Lincoln. I know in real life this season there have been odd occasions where the away fans have outnumbered the home fans. What is going on there? Hinchy has made the tackle and looked like he was being held back and couldn't get onto the ball. My mouth is being held back. My ability to speak there felt very much like Hinchy's ability to chase after that loose ball. Either way, shenanigans, but we got away with it. It remains 0-0 as we approach half-time, and we've got an opportunity here from Hinchy with the free kick, and it's hit the crossbar. Oh, my word. Campton Sturridge was following him, but couldn't quite get there ahead of the defender. Weirdly, it didn't lead to a corner, so I assume Campton Sturridge did get there, but was just distracted enough to not be able to finish things off. But 0-0 at half-time. All is going to plan so far for the dream replay. It's not really, it's a weird dream to have, isn't it? I really dream of an away game at Lincoln. We're so sad. Green heading it clear, but only as far as a Lincoln player. We get a shot from Rangers, hit the post, and Marshall didn't really seem to have any idea what was going on there, didn't even move, and it is Lincoln on the attack again, but Krumer now heading it. I don't want to say clear, because it absolutely didn't go clear, but now Donnelly heading it back to Marshall, and hopefully we can just take a moment, take a breather. We played okay in the first half. We did a good job of keeping Lincoln at bay, but they seem to have started this second half as if they've had a really good team talk. Campton Sturridge trying to play through to Sewell. Sewell gets past his defender, but his shot is a fairly tame one, and the Lincoln goalkeeper collects comfortably, but that's a bit more like it. More of that, please. And there's the big goal kick. It's not a big goal kick from Marshall. Marshall, we know, can hit it from one end of the pitch to the other. But not on that occasion. And now Lincoln, once again, playing the ball over the top. And they've got in there, and their shooting is a little bit erratic today. They've had Marshall beaten a couple of times, but once again, on that occasion, missed the target. They've only had 2 shots on target from their dominant play so far. And Lincoln, being wasteful, it plays into our hands. Hopefully they carry on being wasteful for the remaining half an hour of this match. We can head up to Sincil Bank and make some bank. While we're up there. There's bank. Everyone, banks everywhere. And Al-Jafri, I've just got to stop playing new players in big games. Oh, it's like Toolbag all over again. We need a moment from Marshall here. It's the penalty for Lincoln. And Marshall does save it. There's our moment. He very nearly gave away another penalty, and there's chaos in the penalty area as we try and get it clear. But Philip Marshall, huge save. That save could be worth hundreds of thousands of pounds to this football club. Club. Right, it is substitution o'clock. We don't want to change anything too drastically, although for the first time in this save, we do have the opportunity to make 5 substitutions. It's very exciting. We actually finally have a squad big enough to do such a thing as well. I think we will take off Al-Jafri just to make sure he doesn't have a tool bag moment. Saul has had a poor game, so Onyeka can come on for him, and what we usually do when Onyeka comes on, he becomes the target man on support and Campton Sturridge goes forward. Lots of people telling me Onyeka can play other roles. I see that. I see he could be an advanced forward, but he always works well as the target forward. And I think Campton Sturridge probably is better playing further forward, and he's playing in a weaker role when we play him a little bit deeper of Saul the way we normally do. Let's make one more change. Let's not go crazy, but we will make one more change. And I think what I want to do, we're going to get Ajuchi on the left-hand side as an inverted winger on there, and we'll leave it as that. And then in 10 minutes we're going to do 2 more substitutions because we can. Green with the throw to Hinchy, and now Green again looking to lump it forward. There is target man Onyeka, flicks it on, but unfortunately Campton Sturridge was the wrong side of him, and the flick on counts for nothing. It's Lincoln with the ball again. 15 minutes left in this match. It is all going to plan so far. But now Lincoln bursting into the penalty area again. Let's not give away another penalty, surely. Has Sam Bone just... He's the guy I brought on. Stop Al-Jafri giving away another penalty. This game is just... Oh! Right, can we have another Marshall moment, please? What is going on here? He saves another one. He's getting a knighthood right now. And he doesn't. What am I supposed to... Right. What? Let me know, comment section. What am I supposed to do? I acknowledge maybe Al-Jafri having his debut, bad idea. He gave away a penalty. Rather than leaving him on the way I normally would, I tried to be proactive, take him off to stop him doing anything else stupid, to avoid the tool bag incident. The guy who came on for him then gave away a penalty within 5 minutes. What am I supposed to do? Absolutely ridiculous. Right, we're pushing the wingers forward. Cameron Green's tired. Donnelly can go to left back. We can bring Connor Johnson on to play centre back. That's easy enough. Campton Sturridge isn't having the best of games. We don't have another striker on the bench though, which does seem like a bit of an oversight. Let's take off Seb Quirk, bring on Captain Charlie Farr to play on the right wing. We're going to go attack him. We've got to try and equalise. I cannot believe we've given away 2 penalties in this match. I mean, beat us from open play, you cowards. Ajuchi on the left. Come on, let's have a late equaliser. It's all setting us up for a glorious late equaliser. Campton Sturridge is in behind, plays across to Onyeka. He's hit the crossbar. It bounces down very close to the line, but no one is there to push it over the line. And very, very sad. Oh, we've had chances. I mean, we've been absolutely dominated by Lincoln. Obviously, that XG is ruined a little bit by 2 penalties. But bearing in mind Lincoln are in League One, we can hold our heads up high here, but with a little bit of luck going our way, maybe 1 fewer penalties, we can hold our heads up high with a bunch of cash from the replay from this match. As it is, not so much. We'll have still earned a bit of money. It's still our biggest ever attendance, probably. I haven't actually checked what that record is. But of course, because it's the FA Cup, the ridiculousness of it is, it's brilliant when you're a small club away from home. For a match like this, though, it's our biggest attendance ever, but we've got to give half the money to Lincoln, even though they don't need it. So we're going to write them a cheque for £9, and they're going to be furious, and we're furious. And now we are losing 2-0, and XG will tell you it's fair. Those of us who've actually watched the match will tell you not at all. The second penalty was just a kick in the teeth. And to lose 2-0, hopefully it doesn't derail the season too much. I mean, it's a narrow defeat against a much bigger team than us. It should be fine. I'm interested how much money we did actually make from that. Very little. I mean, I guess last month we made 37,000. This month we've already made 27,000, and yes, that is over 2 matches. We're gonna. I mean, we might not even make as much as last month. We've only got one more home game. It's made almost no difference, despite being a massive attendance for us. Is it our all-time record attendance? Probably not. I imagine the playoff final. Oh, the playoff semi-final. There you go. The record 2,106 for the playoff semi-final last season in real life. In fact, is that capacity? Is that what we've just done again? 2,106. Oh no, not quite. Okay. Let's pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and go and beat Alfreton. Alfreton. Right, only a
Just nu får alla nya spelare som sätter in 200 kronor hela 800 att spela för.
Right, only a couple of days have passed since the... Oh, hold on. Don't need all these players on the bench. Let's just shuffle a little bit. We're shuffling a little bit more. I don't know why I pressed record before I finished shuffling the bench around. See, I shuffle my bench these days. That's what it was. I just wanted to prove Ev does his own bench. You can go back and check. We've not had a goalkeeper on there all series. That means I'm doing it. What a big boy I've become. But what I was saying was it's only been a couple of days since the previous match, so we are having to shuffle things around a little bit, just in the interest of fitness and not breaking our players. So Ado Antoine coming in at left back, Cisse right back, Bone is going to play centre back, and Smith coming in centre mid with Farr coming in on the right hand side of midfield. Otherwise, it's a similar team, but that is quite a lot of changes from the last match when we did play well, but we are trying to keep everybody fresh. We've actually got quite a large squad this season who we want to keep fresh, keep happy, and keep winning. So fingers crossed we don't just sink into a spell of horrible form now. We've lost a football match. I've noticed there's a Southwell lining up for Alfreton. Is that the famous Dale Southwell, the first ever hero of a non-league to legend? He played for Boston in the first ever non-league to legend on FM 16, I want to say it was, and he was like a 30-goal a season striker. It looks like he's playing on the left wing for Alfreton, assuming it's the same Southwell, but that's terrifying if it is him, because he always comes back to haunt us every time we come across him in another series. Ball forward, looking for Campton Sturridge, but can't find him. It is a D Southwell. I assume that's our boy. Keep an eye on him. I'm surprised to see him playing on the left wing. There he is, on the ball now. Probably going to score today, because one of the rules of Football Manager is as soon as you mention an opposition player, you are pretty much guaranteeing they're going to score. Love how non-league we line up for goal kicks, by the way. Everyone over on the right-hand side of the pitch there. Beautifully non-league. Donnelly playing it out to Nkrumah, and Nkrumah playing it across for Farr. Club captain, of course, now, Charlie Farr. Lovely ball through to Saul, who has got Campton Sturridge in the middle if he can find him. He can't, but it ends up back with Saul, who heads it back across goal again. I mean, this is even more non-league. This is the most non-league game we've played in this season. Save. What a save that was from the Alfreton goalkeeper. Goodness me, from point-blank range. Looked like it crossed the line to me. Can we have some goal line technology down here? But that was a sensational save. Goalkeepers are rubbish in FM23. Are they? Are they really? We'll see about that. Goodness me. That was quite something, boys and girls. Still 0-0 at half-time, though. Very upsetting. Let's hope that we can grab something in this second half. Although, to be fair, Alfreton are doing not too bad. They're down in 7th place at the moment, so they are looking for promotion in their own right. And we are away from home, and I love an excuse, but please, can we win? I don't want another episode where we don't win. Marshall trying to win save of the match as well. Unfortunately, not quite so good. So he's not going to be picking up that award today with that ridiculous save that we just saw from the Alfreton goalkeeper. We've not really created very much today. We are ahead on XG. Only 3 shots on target. We're back to only 3 substitutions today. Oh, Campton Sturridge is having an absolute nightmare. Right, Onyeka can come on, play as the target man. Saul's also having a pretty bad game. This isn't really going to plan at all, is it? Right, we're going to get Sembi Ferris on. I'm going to put him on the left-hand side. And do that. And we'll just leave the final change for a few minutes until something maybe presents itself as an option. We're going to offer some encouragement. A rare opportunity for Sembi Ferris this season. Hopefully he can conjure something up for us, and now we've got a lot of tired legs on there. We've got Hinchy, Green and Taylor on the bench, so we don't really need anyone in midfield, but tiredness-wise, Ado, Antoine and Cisse both tired. I think we're going to bring on Taylor. It could have just as easily been Green coming on there. It didn't make much of a difference. Taylor was just the highest one up on the bench, so he gets to come on. Sembi Ferris couldn't get there ahead of the Alfreton defender, but does get it back from Onyeka. Now Sembi Ferris from range, and unfortunately it's high behind the goal there, where presumably that's the area that's allocated for Peterborough Sports fans. There's nobody in there. We don't have a massive away following. Oh, it could have been this end. Wow, this ground is deserted. Bone heads clear with his. I mean, he's a big 6'5" piece of man, and oh my word, it's chaos. I can't even keep up with the commentary. It's absolute chaos. We are lucky that it's still 0-0. We have got away with one there. We are still top of the league, but we have gone through an episode and not picked up a win or scored a goal, which is always great. But we are top of the league, and we could very much do with getting back to winning ways now. I am going to get back to my plan for this season, which was get matches under our belt now. I think we'll come back for this local-ish derby against Boston in January, get a whole bunch of matches out of the way, and hopefully find ourselves still in a promotion push when we get there. If you enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much for watching.
It's Simon's Got Talent. YouTuber edition. Yes!
Of our resident Tory, Max Fox.
Thanks to the support as a channel member, Jason Odendahl. Now, I wouldn't say it's that I'm in danger of losing the dressing room, but I have just put 5 players on the transfer list. My managerial support is down to average, and there seems to be some kind of turn going on with the player support of me as their manager. Luckily, the board have just given me a new 2-year contract, so frankly, don't care what the players think. I'm here for a while. Welcome to Pat 15 of Nothing to Legend. I'm Kev, and I'm not losing the dressing room. It's fine. I don't know why I've started on the schedule screen. I don't usually. We're going to be playing Tamworth and Boston today, and we did lose 3 games in a row, which has kind of indirectly led to this. Managerial support down to average. Club atmosphere is increasing, which is weird, and we've got players who want to leave. The ringleader of which is Dion Sembi Ferris, so he's on the transfer list and will hopefully be on his way out of the club this month. It is January, so players, although we don't have a transfer window down in non-league, players are more likely to leave at this time of year because Football League clubs get the merry-go-round going. So Sembi Ferris is asking to leave, but we've also put Brown Sterling on the transfer list, Brandon Taylor is on the transfer list, Sambone is on the transfer list, Jordan Ado Antoine is on the transfer list. Basically, everybody was moaning about lack of game time. We're going to bin them off and bring in new players if we have to. I am not going to mess up this season because of a lack of managerial support. So anyone who doesn't support the manager is done. I think that's entirely reasonable. This is what the league table looks like. We have dropped down ever so slightly, just 2 points off top of the table, Hereford. Still very much in the mix, and well clear of the playoffs. So at the very least, we're going to have the playoffs this season, but obviously we want to go up automatically because I don't win playoffs. I was going to say, why is there no past winners there? Of course, that was the year there was no winner. I understand. Right, let's play a football match. We are playing first up Tamworth, and it was going to be Boston, but we keep getting a waterlogged pitch as well. So the Boston match that was due to be a couple of days ago has been postponed until a Thursday. Whether or not it actually gets played, I'm not sure, because our last couple of... in fact, several home games lately have been postponed because of waterlogged pitch. We did get to play Braintree. It seems to be hit and miss whether our pitch is waterlogged or not. We shall see. So this is the team for Tamworth. Must win. We've just got to win matches now. That's it. Win matches, and the dressing room will come back round. Marshall in goal, a back four of Green, Donnelly, Johnson, and Cisse. Ajuchi on the left-hand side of midfield. By the way, t'other fella who was playing on the left wing, Nkrumah has been recalled by Leyton Orient because we weren't using him properly. He played 12 games. Because we weren't playing him on the left wing, we were playing him left midfield. They got a grumpy on, so we've only got one left winger again. We are going to have to do some transfers soon, I think. We are running low on players, especially if all these guys we've transfer listed end up leaving. We've got money to do it as well, if we need to, so there might be some shenanigans to come. But Ajuchi on the left for today, Smith, Roberts and Quirk are the rest of the midfield, and then Onyeka and Campton Sturridge up front. Let's get this team submitted and go out there and score some goals. If you're wondering where Saul is injured. He's going to be out for the next couple of weeks. He damaged his kneecap on the 19th of December, so he's already missed a couple of weeks, misses a couple more as well. That's the main reason why we lost a couple of football matches, because we didn't have our main goal threat, and Onyeka and Sturridge.
Såja, Lindas kvarg har nytt krämigt recept. I butik nu.
Mitt råd för att få den bästa räntan, det är att flirta lite med din bankman. Du vet ett leende.
Neither of them quite at the level that Saul is at. It's a weird one, really, because, I mean, last season, Brown Sterling got 20-plus goals for us, and he's way down the pecking order. Campton Sturridge, Onyeka, both score relatively consistently, but without Saul there scoring at more than a goal a game, the cracks really start to show with his team. But Campton Sturridge is in here. Couldn't get his shot away, though. I thought it might for a second. Fall into the path of Onyeka. A very firm pass back to the goalkeeper there from the Tamworth defender that they just about get away with. But that could have been a spectacular own goal. Unfortunately, it wasn't. It remains 0-0. And Blythe Spartans now sneaking back above us as they go ahead in their game, emphasising the fact that we really need to grab a goal. Ajuchi just can't get past his man. I'm wondering if maybe we go back to the diamond now we're running low on wingers again. But we're not got much in the way of centre mids either, although it does, I guess, get the best out. Roberts Sturridge was in there but couldn't get there ahead of the goalkeeper. He just doesn't quite have the pace that he needs to be a real threat. He's kind of got everything else, but he is a little bit light on pace, but didn't need pace there. Was in the right place at the right time to nod the ball past the Tamworth goalkeeper for his 8th goal of the season. It's 1-0 to Peterborough Sports. Look at it, the fans out in force today. Let's have a little look at this replay from the other angle. Onyeka doing well to get into the wide area and just dinks it across to Campton Sturridge, who is there to nod home to put us ahead, and hopefully that puts us back up, well, it will put us back up above Blythe Spartans again. I'm not quite sure what's going on in the other two matches. I haven't had time to check yet, but there's Campton Sturridge again. Brings the ball down nicely, and that is a wonderful goal from DJ Campton Sturridge. My word, that was some good football. Again, doesn't need pace there. When he's not in a situation where he relies on pace, this is what I mean about him having everything else. If he had a couple of extra points on his pace and his acceleration, I mean, he'd be in the Championship and not playing for us. It's something I've said a gazillion times over the years. At this level, you don't ever get a player who's got a little bit of everything. They've all got something missing that stops them from playing at a higher level. For him, it's his lack of pace. And you can see that when he gets the right opponent and the right opportunities, he is brilliant. Just the fact he's a little bit slow is what's going to hold him back for his entire career. But Onyeka has got in behind again here. Can he square? He doesn't need to. He's just taken a touch and walloped it past the goalkeeper. It's 3-0 now to Peterborough Sports. I haven't even looked where Tamworth are in the league. Is this an impressive performance? I feel like Tamworth are probably down in the relegation zone. We'll have a look at it from the other angle, though. Johnson, big ball forward for Onyeka. It's one of our favourite routes to goal. It's why we play with a target man. And we can aim at him. We can target him. Yeah, Tamworth. You certainly have to scroll to find them. I didn't actually see exactly where they were there. Let's try again. Tamworth just outside the relegation zone. As it stands, we go back above Hereford because of goal difference, and we're 1 point off the top of the league. So this is good. And then we've got our game in hand, I think it is, against Boston in what is probably our local derby, Peterborough Sports against Boston. Even though it is a game in hand, it's not a game in hand. It's a weird one. It's the replay of a postponed match from earlier in the week, but we played the same amount of matches as everybody else. It's all getting a bit messy down in the National League North as we hit winter and everyone starts getting matches postponed, happening all over the place. Right, Brown Sterling's going to come on. I'm also going to bring Sembi Ferris on the left-hand side of midfield. The irony of Sembi Ferris kicking off at the moment is that with Nkrumah having gone back to Leyton Orient, Sembi Ferris has a very good opportunity to establish himself on the left-hand side of our midfield. He just kicked up a fuss before he had the opportunity. So, I mean, we'll use him while he's at the club. We're not in the situation where we can just banish players and never use them again. But I think he'd have a much stronger chance of establishing himself if he wasn't in a moody. What we're going to do, 3-0 win. That should hopefully go a long way towards cheering up the grumpy gooses that we've got in our number. And should we go and have a look at dynamics? No, still declining managerial support. There's an extra name on there compared to what was there before. I think it's Hinchy has now been added to the list. Goodness me, there you go. Potential issue with Hinchy now. Everyone's getting grumpy. What am I supposed to do with these grumpy boys? Other than just keep winning football matches, I guess. This is the problem when you bring them all in and promise them all first team football. Maybe don't do that, everybody. I think Hinchy probably has got a fair argument for actually playing some football. He is pretty useful. But let's not worry about the off-the-field nonsense. We've now won 3 league games in a row again, which is a nice little return to some form. Now we just need to beat Boston and we can find ourselves top of the league. Right, so...
Galvani, smaken av Dolce Vita.
Dubbel cheeseburgare och company för endast 59 kronor. Bara på McDonalds.
Right, some shuffling around shenanigans because we've only got a couple of days since our last game. So the back four for this one is Donnelly, Al-Jeffrey, Johnson and McKnight. Cisse moving back up into midfield. Farr's coming in on the right-hand side. Still no room for Jamie Sewell, who is still injured. So I don't know why we just saw Callum Cisse's form page. I don't want to give you any insight into me actually paying attention to things like that when picking the team. That ruins the reputation. Right, let's get this submitted. There was, weirdly, a round of games on Tuesday. So we played on Saturday, and now we're playing again on Thursday. There was a round of game on Tuesday that we weren't a part of. So this has now become a game in hand again. We've got 2 games in hand on Filed, who seem to be playing all the football. But by my Kev maths, I don't think we can actually go top of the league after all, because Dick Shaw...
Once was a dream. No, not a dream of Rome. A dream to turn the Baltic Sea into a Baltic lake. To sail from one end to the other and still remain in Sweden. Today there are the same 5 or so jokes about Sweden that Americans have. One of which is Sweden's famed neutrality. But there was a time that Sweden was not only not neutral, it was the dominant military power in Europe. It didn't have the largest army, but it did have the best. And that army carved up enough land to create the Swedish Empire. It didn't last as long as the other empires, only about a century or so, but it sure did leave an impression. The story of Sweden's fall is directly tied to Russia's rise. Sweden was directly in the way of Peter the Great and the city he wished to build. The first step the Russians made to become a European power was to take down another. The Great Northern War was a slog that Sweden won. At first, first. But after 2 decades of fighting and a few key battles, it ended in the defeat of Sweden, the death of their king in a trench, and the loss of all this land. Sweden, for lack of better words, never played with the big boys again, sitting out 2 world wars before inventing IKEA, and then, being Sweden. But what if in an alternate timeline, Sweden won the Great Northern War and kept that empire? Say they remained a major player in European politics. Well, first, I just want to get this out of the way. What even was the Great Northern War? And how could Sweden have won it? At the turn of the 18th century, Sweden was at the top of the world. A whole Gustavus Adolphus and some victorious wars will do that. They had it pretty good for far too long, and their neighbors wanted some payback. Enter Peter the Great. Peter wished to bring Russia closer to the rest of Europe, and the only way to do that was to have a western port. And the land that he wanted, called Ingria, was currently controlled by Sweden. So a coalition was formed, and in 1700, Russia, Denmark, Norway, and Polish-Lithuania all simultaneously declared war on Sweden. A war on a 16-year-old Charles XII. It was a surprisingly even fight. You see, Charles XII lived for war. He didn't drink, he didn't even have sex. All Charles wanted to do was conquer. He led his men personally on the battlefield, just like good old Gustus. The Swedish military was often outnumbered, but it was battle-hardened, and it outsmarted and outfought their way out of any situation. To sum up this 21-year conflict, Sweden, or really Charles, won over and over again until he overplayed his hand, led a failed invasion of Russia, and then barely escaped with his life fleeing to the Ottoman Empire. After this brief refuge, he overstayed his welcome, got a razzle-dazzle with his hosts, was kicked back to Scandinavia, where he would get headshot in a trench in Norway. Like a dead corpse, the buzzards picked Sweden clean apart, and they lost anything that wasn't Sweden or Finland proper. Sweden would lose Finland later. Russia won, Sweden lost, Poland-Lithuania continued to exist until it didn't. So how could Sweden have won this war? Well, for one, it's pretty insane that they did so well to begin with. Charles and his commanders went up against 3 opponents and for a while beat them all back, even going on the offensive at times. With the power of hindsight, we know that Sweden should have stopped when they were ahead. Peter even sent Charles a peace agreement promising to end the conflict as long as Russia could maintain a fort on the Baltic Sea. That was the only thing Peter wanted out of this. Charles, wanting total victory, rejected it, and we all know how that turned out. Perhaps Charles in an alternate timeline does agree to it. Sweden remains the prominent power in the Baltic, while Russia is still able to build up what becomes St. Petersburg. The other scenario, and the more drastic one, is that Charles absolutely obliterates Peter the Great and the Russian army after the Battle of Narva. In our timeline early in the war, Russia miscalculated a bit, and Sweden pressed against them sooner than they expected. The Battle of Narva was a general rout and a complete disaster for Russia. They were in no position afterwards to fight. And Charles, in response to this, focused on Poland-Lithuania instead. He had a personal grudge he needed to settle, and it really did come back to bite him. Had Charles pressed, his army might have taken out Peter's fighting capabilities, maybe even Peter himself, either capturing or killing him on the battlefield. The Great Northern War may have ended up being a quick Russian blunder, discrediting a Tsar that in our timeline became a national hero that birthed the Russian Empire. So say Sweden actually wins the war, what do they get out of it? Well, for one, they're able to survive. But depending on how badly they beat the Russians, they could move further east and take all of Karelia. I think mainly they would use this victory to solidify the gains they made in the previous century. The aristocrats of Lithuania would be persuaded to be pro-Swedish and not go back to being pro-Polish. Perhaps Poland is even a puppet of the Swedish government and cedes most of their Baltic territory. There are a few regions that Sweden could still expand to, but even if they maintain the territory that they have, this still alters the dynamic of Eastern Europe. The question now, though, is how long will Sweden actually hold it? There's one problem that Sweden will always have to deal with, one that really plagued them at the height of their empire. They barely have a population. Sweden's empire was thanks to 2 main things. One, they were good at war. 2, their neighbors were currently bad at war. For some reason or another, their neighbors had been in a time of turmoil, and Sweden exploited it. All bad times, though, eventually come to an end, and their neighbors fought back. For example, if Sweden did win, they'd still be in the same position they were in the beginning. They're strong, and their enemies aren't, but that's a situation that's always going to change. Sweden's neighbors could always just recover, and then the process repeats. Sweden gained its empire through a series of 17th century battles which involved small armies and good commanders. But how long can they maintain that with a population of 2 million? Sweden's army has never even just been all Swedes. It had a large percentage of Finns. There just aren't enough Swedes to go around. So an empire of them isn't going to be a grand empire like France or Russia. It'd just be a united collection of Northern European nobility pledging loyalty to a very small Swedish crown. The Swedish would have to rely on the constant support of the Livonian, Lithuanian, Danish, and potentially Polish nobility to maintain order. That's a lot of things to juggle, and it's cracks in the armor that their neighbors would love to exploit. Being outnumbered would constantly be on the minds of the Swedes. It would dominate their foreign policy. How could they mitigate this issue? Not live in a place where the sun only rises for a few hours a day, for one. Just kidding, but not really. This issue is pretty crippling to them. There could never be a Swedish colonial empire. They might have a few colonies here or there, but that's pushing it. They couldn't rule over Eastern Europe with an iron fist like Russia, because there just aren't enough Swedes to send into Eastern Europe. Their best bet would be to solidify Sweden as the head of a Scandinavian union, and then hope that with time and wealth, this maintains good alliances, solidifies their control. This is just to maintain their hold on the north, where there are barely any people. I'm sorry, Sabaton fans. I'm sorry, Charles XII enjoyers. The Swedish Empire on the grand European stage just never could have realistically competed with the rest of the mainland, at least into the 19th and 20th centuries. Even with a continuous string of genius warrior kings, how far can the Swedes really get if a single German kingdom has 10 times the population of their entire empire? If Russia lost the Great Northern War, it'd be a major blow to them, temporarily, but only because they don't get a head start on building St. Petersburg. And if Peter the Great was killed or lost legitimacy, then that's an even bigger deal. But because of Russia's population, this is really just a temporary setback. Russia, in some form or another, is going to get that western port. So the reality here is that if Sweden remained an empire, they wouldn't be like the Russians or the British or the Germans. They'd be like the Italians. Ever since the Napoleonic Wars, Sweden has been neutral. They just sat out 2 world wars. They were in no state to take on anybody, and the public generally had no strong feelings about getting involved. Can this neutrality in some ways be attributed to Sweden's smaller territory and presence? Oh, absolutely. 100%. Once Sweden lost any remaining territory in the mainland, they didn't even bother anymore with the rest of Europe. So in this alternate timeline, if they're able to maintain this territory, they're very much in play against multiple foes. In such a timeline, if Sweden actually held on to this land, it would be through a series of constant wars with Russia up into the 20th century. This area might be one of the most contested places in Europe. There would be a natural rivalry between Sweden and Russia that just continues into the modern age. Sweden would still be a second-rate power compared to the big boys, but they might be just enough of an annoyance to constantly impede on Russian expansion. If Russia can just never use their number advantage against a far more fortified Swedish border. Granted, this is still incredibly unrealistic. I don't really think Sweden can hold out for a few centuries against Russia. But what if there was, say, a compromise? Charles wouldn't be around forever. Perhaps there could be some territory exchanged in the future where Russia gets that western port in exchange for Sweden getting the rest of Karelia, or having Russia back off. Could the Swedes decide to make such a deal and allow the Russians to potentially build a navy in the Baltic? Or would they know that because of their population, this land couldn't be defended forever anyway? These are the alternate policies the Swedish monarch and government would need to think about, because for the most part, Russia was going to get this land whether Sweden wanted them to or not. It's just whether the Swedes would get something out of it in return. Maybe they would be able to hold the Russians back. If that was the case, the Swedish Navy would be the uncontested power in the Baltic, and depending on how much they unified with Denmark-Norway, it might even be the second largest fleet in Europe. Does this new navy create a potential rival for Britain, especially one that is only a North Sea away? Maybe. Sweden and Russia occasionally competing over an increasingly weaker Poland-Lithuania. Perhaps when the split does inevitably come, it's a four-way split and not between three. Frankly, as much of a stereotype as it is that Sweden is neutral, this is a relatively new thing. Like, yeah, they became neutral after the Napoleonic Wars, but this also was a time of unprecedented peace throughout Europe, for the most part. Speaking of which, the Second Schleswig War was a part of Germany's wars of unification. Would a stronger Sweden feel more comfortable sending in troops to beat back the Prussians? I'd like to imagine so. They promised that they would do that in our timeline, and then just didn't. So maybe if they were in a greater position with a larger population, they'd feel more comfortable going after German unification. So if Sweden fought against this important aspect of German unification, then what would their relation be with the German Empire in World War I? What if Sweden was actually involved? Now, this is under the assumption that the last 2 centuries of alternate politicking had not changed the mindset of the Swedish monarchs, which you never know. But considering the same mentality that existed in our timeline still prevails in this alternate one, fearing the Russians, I wouldn't be too shocked if a more bold Sweden entered the war on the German side. We may see an extended Eastern Front with a combined German and Swedish assault from Karelia. Maybe this longer line breaks the Russian war effort even quicker than in our history. If Sweden had lost the Baltic coast in an earlier war, maybe this is motivation enough to get involved. Could this lead to naval warfare between the Swedish and British navies? Maybe even an invasion of Norway? Really depends on the size of the Scandinavian modern empire. It could be enough to tip the scales in the Central Powers' favor early on. But this is all depending on alternate troop numbers and what the state of the Swedish Empire even is in by the 20th century. It might be in a rough shape, enough to lead to a complete counter-reaction by the population if the war goes badly. One major reason Sweden was still neutral was because there was a split. Population was more for the Allies, while the conservative government was more for the Central Powers. Had they actually joined the war, Sweden's grain imports would be cut, creating a food crisis that could lead to the government being ousted. Who's to say what the ramifications may be for Sweden if they enter the war and face a crisis that takes them out early on?
Gotcha. Okay. Now let's find a way out of this apartment. They're gonna keep respawning. There we go. Okay. That could be useful. Was there another one around me? I can't even remember. It's gonna keep popping up. I thought there was more. There was the one way over here, but I don't know how you would actually... I'm trying to think.
My friends, did you see them?
Yeah, the raiders found them. I'm sorry.
Oh, those blasted raiders. They take everything.
What were you doing here?
Prospecting. Trying to make a living, but the tar has jammed all the equipment. And then there's the raiders and the bugs.
We're headed for the nearest outpost. How far is it?
Not too far. Just past the canyon ridge, then into the valley.
You might want to head there too. It's dangerous out here.
I will. Once I know the path is safe.
Alright, so how would I go about getting one all the way over here without it detonating? You know what I mean? I could try it. I don't know, like, what the timer is. It might kill me. We'll see. Test it out. Alright.
Well, now it's good to know. So, wouldn't it be best to just lure it over there? Like, have it stay close. Right? It seems like the right thing to do. I don't know. From the top rope? That's awesome.
What are we doing here? Gardening. It's boring.
Another one. Oh no.
Gamla Volin Cherry Cast. Sveriges mest sålda single malt whisky.
Right here, PD. Oh, so, what in the world? Oh, we got stuck. Get him. That's some cheese right there. Wait, how the enemy's supposed to be down there? Yeah, that was funny. Like the equivalent of like a T-pose type thing. There's got to be something good back here if that's the enemy. It's just like the other side where I fought one. Got to be something good. What the? I might die. Oh no. Help me out, buddy. There we go.
Let's check it out.
No, it's like a spine or whatever. Interesting. Ancient creature. Oh no. The bad thing is, I don't have much health at all. What?
Don't mess this up.
That was actually crazy.
Whoever lived here is long gone. Who they were making.
Almost partially hoping that thing was gonna heal me, you know? That ain't good. This is what we came here to get. It's cool they kept the same formula from the first game and just like built upon it. Force essence acquired. Nice. Now I can go down. I kind of want to go over there and fight though. But I don't have enough health. So we'll go down first. And this should unlock the shortcut. Okay, nice. We can actually go back there any time now. So, at any point, we just go there. Alright, let's go rest really quick. This has been a minute. Alright, we got skills. Let's see. Let's see what all we got. Telekinesis, confusion, Jedi concentration. I just feel like the lightsaber has so many things you can upgrade. Hold on, let's see what this does. I feel like I remember something like that from the first game. Lunging strike. That reaches further, got you. Hold on, what is this one? Alright, I think I might get this one. Because I don't have a lot of healing right now in the game. At least for right now. I'm sure the other ones are going to give me more. Maximum life. Reduces the time for the healing. Yeah, at a certain point we'll have more than 2, I'm pretty sure. Alright, one thing I want to check out before we roll. Hold on. It's bothering me because I feel like either I don't know it, the game hasn't showed it to me yet. I just want to see something really quick. Lightsaber throw. Okay.
What are you doing here?
So now I know how to do it. I feel like it makes more sense to do it with those single saber, right? I wonder if you get anything for doing the tutorial. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. 3 for 3. That's all it was. Just shows you how to do it. It might as well have like a command list then if that's all you're doing. But I guess it's cool to practice that. Now I want to try it. Okay, yeah. Now I could go back to the other section if I wanted to and knock that stuff down. Alright, not going to worry about it right now. We're going to keep rolling. I feel like I can get easily sidetracked in this game. Like so. I need to destroy that one too, so let me get one of these. Because this feels like a pivotal part of the game. Hold on. Actually, why is it glowing right there? I just saw the glow right there. I was like, what in the world? This game has been so much fun. It comes up at the perfect time, too. Just finished like a bunch of other stuff, and it's like, just chill out and play this. Okay.
There. That should do it. Let's keep moving. We're almost there.
Now we can go straight across. Oh, I don't know what happens if you, I don't think I can make this, right? Is this about to be an instant kill if I hop in here? I feel like it's about to be, because usually you grapple right there, but...
This is really not pleasant.
Oh, it's fine then. Wait, so that means I can walk over there? Hold on, I gotta test this out. I'm sinking, but... Oh, hold on. Yo, let's get it.
Interesting.
I feel like I'm getting completely sidetracked here. I don't think I can do this. Alright, so basically don't do that. Got you. We got the one thing I wanted then. I'm sure we can go there later on, but...
Are you okay?
Didn't I tell you to be more careful about who you scan? Come on. Should have left you in that raptor nest.
Fearless, hold on.